Oh, baby, it feels good to be back. What's poppin', everybody? Let's start the show. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back. Man, it's been a while since we've come together to watch a Knicks game. What's poppin', everybody? Now, here today, we are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. The formidable Atlanta Hawks. Man, have they been pesky this year. They've been damn good. They've beaten the Cavs twice. They've beaten the Celtics twice. Of course, they've beaten the Knicks twice this year. So tonight, not even tonight, this afternoon here on MLK Day, the last time the Knicks played was Tom Thibodeau's birthday, and they let the coach down. I can't believe they did that. They put out not a pathetic showing. They got beat by a good team, but they did not play well in that Minnesota game. And here tonight on MLK Day, not even tonight, this afternoon, on MLK Day, I'm expecting them to come out with a lot more fire and ferocity and tenacity, especially considering that Karl-Anthony Towns, yes, Big Cat, Big Cities has returned. He will be in the starting lineup here tonight. I can't wait for it because we need to beat this team. We need to start stacking wins. We win one, we lose one, we win one, we lose one. We can't continue to go down this path. They are 2-6 in their last eight games? No. They're 2-4 in the last 10 games. And here's the thing: if you can survive it, surviving it means going at least 500. The Knicks have not done that. We need to survive this. So they need to start stacking some wins here this month. Today they're 4-6 on the month. They're 4-6 on the month. And they have, including tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games remaining. If you can run the gambit the rest of this month, you end the month 9-6, which is okay. Not great, not what we were looking for, but I'll take it going into the next month, going into February, considering that you will have the All-Star break. Hopefully by then we're going to start hearing about Mitchell Robinson ramping back up to get back with the team. We have heard how slender he looks. We've heard how much he's in shape. We know he's doing pool work and workouts and lifting weights and jogging a little bit, but not necessarily sprinting. So he's not like around the corner the way I was hoping he'd be around the corner. But I did say to start the year, wait till February for the big man. And he seems, by all the reports and what everybody's saying, that he's on track. But here's the thing. The trade deadline's coming up. The All-Star break is coming up. We are past the halfway point of the season, people. We need wins. Let's get to it, y'all. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back. I hope you guys had a nice little break from me, right? Hope you guys had a nice little break from me. But I'm happy to be back. About time we got another Knicks game. We had the whole week off, no Knicks. Whole weekend off. But we are back today. And if you can see, I got my SpongeBob fit on. We got the boat hat, we got the yellow pants, we got the red tie, we got the brown shirt. Yes, I'm fry cooking here today. The chef is in the kitchen making them burgers, flipping them Krabby Patties, getting ready to go. I hope the Knicks show up the way SpongeBob always shows up, because I'm showing up here today, and I'm expecting them to get a win on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What's poppin'? Who we got? We got Ronnie Saunders, C. Tyler. What's poppin', C. Tyler? What's up, Ronnie? Buzzer Beater, Nick Yak. David, what's up? K. Hazy. All the usuals. Appreciate you guys. Kanyan Pepper, what's up, Kanyan? What's your record when you dress up? Well, I'll dress up for every stream. I dress up for every stream. I will say the crushed red velvet does not have a good record this year. It does not have a good record at all. I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 wins with the crushed red velvet. And that's supposed to be the go-to for important games this season. And it has not held up its end of the bargain. I will say that. Yag, what's up, Yag? When is the All-Star break? Might be the plan when we see Mitch. Probably. I believe the All-Star break is February 8th, but we could check that. We could check that right now. We could verify that. We have the internet in the palm of our hands. NBA All-Star break. The All-Star weekend is February 14th. So a little less than a month remaining. But also, if we go to the schedules, Go to the Knicks schedule. Knicks schedule will tell us that the All-Star break, February 12th, is the last game we play, funnily enough, against Atlanta. And we will be off from the 12th to the 20th for the All-Star break. So we're going to have 8 days in between games for that All-Star break. And hopefully that's enough time. And I'm not going to lie, I know you guys know this because we've harped on it. We play today, we play tomorrow, and then we're off again from Knicks content until Saturday. So they got 3 completely wide open days to do what they need to do. Rest, practice, get free throw, whatever they need to do. So I'm expecting this time to be a little bit of a Robinson update. Ian Begley did report that he did see Robinson in the locker room, which indicates that he has been around putting the work in. Now, what I expect to happen with Big Mitch is that there's suddenly going to be a report where it's like, well, Mitch has been running and he participated in practice a little bit today, and they're starting to ramp him up to get back on the court, and we're all going to be like, oh, okay. They're not going to give us those little tiny nuggets. He's just suddenly going to be like, oh, he might be ready for next week to make his debut. It's going to be a kind of thing like that. Eamon always, what's up, Eamon? Mark said, Mitch has played a 60-game season, 1 out of the last 5 years. Who's going to want to trade for that? Probably nobody. Probably just the Knicks keep him. I hope. Probably won't play before the deadline. We need him to be available for us. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If Mitchell Robinson were to be traded this trade deadline, he would be the best player traded during the deadline. Right? So the best option for the Knicks might be to just hold on to him. I know the situation sucks, and I know it's iffy to bank on his health, but it may be their best option this year, considering that to trade Robinson during this deadline is to trade him at his lowest possible trade value. And let's be real, this front office does not do that. How many times were we asking this front office to trade Julius Randle when he was playing poorly? Almost every single day. And what did they do? They held on to it, and they waited until he had a very good year, until he stacked a couple of very good years under Tom Thibodeau, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, he might be available for Karl-Anthony Towns. So as much as the Robinson situation sucks, I agree with you, it does suck. I wish the guy was healthy. Every year we're talking about, oh, well, when Mitch comes back from the injury. Every season it's been that. But he may be the best player available in the trade market. I don't think there's an option out there. There's an option out there where you trade Mitch and maybe you get a little bit more flexibility in the long run, but the flexibility to what? Get a player as good as Mitch at some point? I don't know. Brightest future said no lateral moves. There's been an opinion running around that, we could trade Mitch and then bring this guy in and then trade that for this guy. And it's like, those things aren't likely to happen under this new CBA. It's real difficult to make trades. It's very difficult to make trades. AP, what's up, AP? Big game, let's get it. Just beat the Hawks, man. Beat the Hawks. We owe them 2, right? Tonight, they're starting Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, of course, Krejci. I believe it's Krejci. I think we went through this before. I believe it's Krejci, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Jalen Johnson and Onyeka Okongwu is in the starting lineup tonight. Hopefully, Karl-Anthony Towns does a good job pulling him away from the basket. No Clint Capella, looks like, but either way, we got to get to it, man. We got to get to it. Rudy, what's up, Rudy? Rudy Bo Biles, what's up, Rudy? How come you subscribers only one plus only? I was thinking you have more. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't control how many subscribers we have. I just show up and I do my thing. And hopefully people enjoy themselves enough to subscribe. Right? All right, here we go. We're getting ready for the tip. The Hawks win the tip, and Trae Young will bring it down. Of course, we're here in Madison Square Garden on this lovely Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And the Knicks got to get a victory. They get it over to Jalen Johnson running down the rim. That's a terrible start. As he wide open, miscommunication from the Knicks to start the game. Terrible start. Not even Knicks. Absolute miscommunication and breakdown defensively. On a simple handoff, Anunoby was supposed to switch, or Anunoby thought that he was switching with Bridges, but there was no communication. Bridges ends up leaving, and Anunoby both leaving Jalen Johnson wide open, rolling to the basket. He gets an and one layup right over Brunson. And Johnson converts the three-point play. Horrible start for the Knicks defense, and I gave the 2 points to the Knicks by accident. But now Josh Hart's bringing it down. Hart hands it off to Anunoby, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off a down screen, has it up top, attacking. Okongwu switches onto him. Brunson's going to look to dance, gets it over to Anunoby. Extra pass to Josh Hart, driving it down, spinning in the paint, tries to hit the cross-court pass to Brunson. Okongwu picks it off. Quick hit ahead to Johnson. Johnson bringing it down, riding the wave, kicks it out. Krejci in the corner, up top to Trae Young, being guarded by Brunson. Trae Young's going to look to dance. Sidestep, left wing three over Brunson, knocks it down, and a quick 6-0 start for the Atlanta Hawks. John Mosgrove, what's up, John? Big Task. What's up, Big Task? 25-26, my guys, welcome. Josh Hart up top, gets it over to Towns in the high post, hits Brunson, cutting back door, lefty layup, gets it to go over Dyson Daniels. Beautiful pass, beautiful cut, nice finish from Brunson, all of it. Now let's get some defensive stops. They get it to Trae Young up top, catches, pump fakes, coming to his right, hesitation move, steps back, pump fakes again. Now gets it over to Jalen Johnson, one-on-one against Brunson, leans in, puts up the floater. Good defense from Brunson, but they grab the offensive rebound and kick it out to Daniels. Now over to Johnson, who throws it away right into the hands of Brunson. Brunson pushing the other way, quick crossover to his right, spinning back to his left, stop. Kicks it out to Towns up top. Towns catches on the right wing. Has it up top, being guarded by Johnson. Gets it over to Bridges in the mid-post, being guarded by Trae Young. Leans in, follow-away jumper off glass. Can't get it to go. Anunoby fights for the offensive rebound, grabs it. Saves it over to Bridges. Quickly, nice pass to Anunoby, who tried to come down the lane. Lost it. Brunson can't pick it up, and now it's Towns one-on-one against Johnson, who fumbled the ball. But now gets it over to Daniels, driving it down right into Josh Hart. They bring two, kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson up top to Young, driving to his right, blows past Bridges, scoop layup with the right hand, can't get it to go. Towns snatches the rebound, quick hit ahead to Brunson. And Brunson over to Josh Hart. He's going to put his head down, attack Daniels, get into the basket, can hit the righty layup. Johnson with the rebound. This is fast-paced action. Both teams getting up and down the court. Johnson driving it right into Towns, can't get it to go, but then a foul on Towns. Come on. So many opportunities during that whole sequence for the Knicks to get on the board. Yeah, so we traded Cat after averaging 59 games the 5 seasons before. Yes, Towns has also had his injury history just like Robinson has, and I will always maintain that it is much more of an anomaly for a 7-footer to remain healthy during his regular season than it is for them to consistently play 65 games a season. Guys should not be 7 feet moving the way 7-footers move in the NBA. It is an anomaly if those guys can consistently stay healthy throughout the year. Jalen Johnson knocks down both of his free throws. B. Will, what's up, B. Will? Raymond Vasquez, what's up, Raymond? 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. It is 8-2 to start. The 2 points coming by way of a Brunson cut for a layup. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Okongwu. Jab step, driving to his left, putting his head down, scoop layup with the left hand, gets it to go over Okongwu. Beautiful move from Towns. Happy to see him back on the court. And Trae Young bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left, picks his dribble up, hits Okongwu, cut into the basket, two-handed jam, gets it to go. Terrible pick-and-roll defense from the Knicks yet again. Against probably the most prolific pick-and-roll player, point guard, in the NBA right now, Trae Young. Towns has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson, coming to his left, dancing around the Town screen, leans in, puts up the floater, draws the foul, and he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's 1 foul on Dyson Daniels. Probably the Knicks' best chances of winning today is getting Dyson Daniels in foul trouble as early and as often as possible. Keeping him in foul trouble tonight, because he has probably done the best defensive job against Brunson this entire season. Every time we watch Dyson Daniels, Brunson's having nightmares. He is that good of a defender. Raymond said, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's cold. Hopefully the Knicks aren't. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just as you say that, Jalen Brunson misses a free throw. Come on, y'all. We can't be missing free throws. We can't be having defensive breakdowns. These are all ways you lose basketball games, Knicks. Come on, man. AB said that was the game the other day. I mean, as Brunson misses 2 in a row. Come on, JB. This is how we're going to start the game? It's 10-4, under 9 to go, and the Hawks feel very comfortable out there. And the Knicks are blowing defensive coverages and missing free throws. Trae Young, another pocket pass to Okongwu, and they call a travel on Okongwu off the pass. AP, it was a good day overall. I mean, going over to the Garden's always a good time. The game wasn't great, but it was fun. The Knicks were in it until the fourth quarter, and then the Timberwolves got open three after open three after open three, and the guys kind of faded towards the end, but going to the Garden's always fun. Always. Always. Bridges has it in the mid-range. Fall-away jumper over Okongwu. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound. Relic of the Soul. What's up, Relic? Trae Young up top, coming to his left. Dancing with it as Anunoby switches onto him. Picks his dribble up. Gets it over to Krejci. Swings it over to Johnson. Johnson driving to his left on Bridges. He's going to back him down now. Throws it over the top to Okongwu. Towns mistimes his jump. Okongwu, one dribble. Gathers himself and knocks down a righty hook over Towns. Pass should have never been able to get through, but here we are, 12-4 to start the game. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Krejci. Krejci, that's what it was, right? Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Young, coming to his left off a Towns screen, fending him off, gets it over to Towns in the high post, steps back, puts up a fall away two, gets it to go, out of the pick and pop. A long two-pointer for Towns. Decent look. I like it. Let's continue to involve Trae Young in the offense there, please. Continue to go at him. Okongwu has it off the pass from Young. Kicks it out to Krejci. Hands it off to Dyson Daniels being guarded by Brunson. Daniels gets it over to Krejci. Hands it off to Trae Young. Sets his feet. Fires the left wing three. He's wide open as Bridges and Josh Hart miscommunicate. Another defensive breakdown from the Knicks. I hate to harp on it, but this is how opponents are getting open threes against the Knicks. And to start the game, Atlanta's 5 for 7 from the field. Bridges has it on the right wing, being guarded by Trae Young. Hits Towns, cutting across the lane, takes the contact, knocks down the floater. Where is the foul? All that contact. Towns got that floater to go down with the left hand anyway. Trae Young has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Anunoby switches onto him. I will say the Knicks are doing a lot more switching than they usually do. Interesting. Tom Thibodeau may be starting to, as Brunson now switches on to Trae Young. Tibbs, a little bit of an adjustment here, allowing the team to switch a little bit more. Krejci, three, knocks it down. Josh Hart helping a little bit too much on the dig there as Trae Young cut across the lane. And there the Hawks knocking down threes all over the court right now. 18-8. Looking very reminiscent to that Timberwolves game. Bridges has it in the high post against Trae Young again. I love it. Anunoby cuts to the basket, one dribble. And they call a travel on OG. And OG saying, all I did was catch it and take my 2 steps. I don't think that was a travel either. It did look a little bit awkward, but here we go. Mark said, I've seen enough. I know where you're coming from, Mark. I know where you're coming from, my man, but it's just the first quarter. It's just the first quarter. AB said, I don't think Brunson has been so good this season. It's been an adjustment for Brunson. You got to remember, they played a specific way last year when everybody got injured, and it was put the ball in Brunson's hands and pray. That was the offense, right? That was the offense last year. Let's pray that DiVincenzo hits some threes and Brunson carries us to a win. This year, they got a lot more options, and it's been a huge adjustment. He's got to find ways to feed Bridges and incorporate them, and he's got to find ways to not just feed and incorporate Towns, but play off of Towns. So it's not going to work in year one. Likely. We're hoping it does. I mean, they're a match made in heaven, and here's the thing. They are the best and most efficient pick-and-roll tandem in the league. So we could say Brunson hasn't been so great this year, but he hasn't been bad at all. It's just because we have high expectations for Brunson, and we do expect him to play better. I expect him to play better overall. He's been somewhat inconsistent, but, you know, the counting stats still look the same, and as a matter of fact, they're slightly better than they were last year, but I know where you're coming from. I do. I don't entirely agree with it. I think Brunson's been very good, considering a lot's been placed on his shoulder in terms of like, okay, well, you need to make sure that you're incorporating Towns. You need to make sure that you're incorporating Bridges, 2 brand new acquisitions to the team. You also have to make sure that Anunoby's getting his touches when he needs to get his touches, right? And then also, there's a little bit more of a defensive responsibility on his shoulders because in help side, because he's going to be involved in a lot with Towns, and he doesn't have Hartenstein to back him up, or Robinson, a good defensive center. And so he's got to dig in a little bit more defensively. It's just a change, and it's a lot, and we need him to play better, and I would expect that he will. But he hasn't been bad. Angela Harding, how are you? They better do their thing and make us happy. Step up, Knicks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Today's an important day. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Get this win. Come on. AB said, the Knicks have been in a major slump, really stinging it up in 2025. They have been in a big slump. Overall, I'm not concerned about this team. They'll bounce back. They'll play better come the end of the season. Tom Thibodeau teams and Knicks teams the last couple of years under Tom Thibodeau have always peaked at the end of the year. Always, right? They tend to start off a little slow, and then they start to hit their groove, and then guys get tired because Tom Thibodeau likes to play them a lot, and they start to waver a little bit, and it gets really rocky. Remember this time around last year, we were like, man, we can't wait to get to the All-Star break. Feeling a little bit like that, like it did last year. And I know last year, the context around it was all the injuries. This year's a little bit different. Not Tom Thibodeau not really utilizing the bench as much as we think he should, and the guys getting a little tired. But at the end of the day, we're looking to that All-Star break to get that rest. But like also, the Celtics have been slumping. They're 4-4 in their last 8 as well. It's not just the Knicks thing. A lot of teams around the league are slumping around this time. It's mid-January, middle of the season. Teams are just dying to get that break, right? Knicks are not alone, but it would be a nice time for the Knicks to play a little bit better and stack up some wins while other teams are slumping. And that's the second foul on Dyson Daniels as we inbound it. And Brunson putting his hand up, he's like, that's 2. Get him out of the game. I'm sure Brunson is happy and excited to see Daniels pick up 2 fouls. And there he is getting subbed out. AB said, was James Dolan at the game? I did not see. They didn't make it a point to point him out or anything as DeAndre Hunter subs in for Dyson Daniels. Probably the leader in 6th man of the year right now, Dyson Daniels. DeAndre Hunter. Josh Hart gets it over to Bridges in the paint. And they call an offensive foul. So when we came back from that timeout, the officials talked about it. They rescinded the travel call on Anunoby. The Knicks got the ball back, and then they call an offensive foul on Bridges playing out of the post. So now the Hawks have the ball back anyway, off of a Knicks turnover, ended up being anyway. Young has it up top, and it looks like the Knicks are digging in a little bit defensively. Young struggling with his dribble against Bridges. Coming to his left. Bridges digging in defensively. Fantastic defense. Stops, turns, spins, leans in. And he gets it over to nobody. That's what I'm talking about, Mikhail. He locked in defensively. He said, you're not getting by me. What you gonna do? And you're not gonna be able to shoot over me because I'm 6'6" with a long wingspan. Fantastic defense with Bridges there. And the team looks to be digging in defensively outside of the miscommunications defensively. That's really what's bothering them, which is why I'm really not concerned about this team right now. Their biggest thing is that the defensive chemistry isn't there. They miscommunicate a lot defensively. Trae Young does sub out of the game here. Brunson bringing it down. Quick crossover to his right. Getting to the mid-range. Stops. Pump fakes. Oh, no, Capella's now backing up Okongwu. I like it. I've been calling for Okongwu to be a starter for a long time. Towns. Beautiful bullet past the Bridges. Swings it over to Josh Hart. Driving it down. Gets to the basket. Easy layup. And the Knicks offense starting to move and groove a little bit here. And let's see if they can dig in defensively. As Craigie throws it away, DeAndre Hunter's got to go in the backcourt to get it. A turnover. And the Knicks defense starting to step up. This is what we want to see. Okay, took a little bit of time to get into it, but now we're getting into it. Deuce McBride and Precious Achiuwa checking in for Mikal Bridges and Karl-Anthony Towns, of course. Big Rud over on the Twitch side. What's up, Big Rud? Brunson has it up top. Coming to his right. Off into a screen, now dancing with it, being guarded by Hunter. Hunter, a good solid defender, coming to his right. Pocket pass to Achiuwa driving it down over to Anunoby. Up top to Josh Hart, spinning with it. Euro step through, layup. Just went right past DeAndre Hunter. A beautiful move from Josh Hart. Has he been working out with Brunson? Of course he has. Beautiful step through move off the pump fake and pickup of his dribble. Beautiful move. Brunson-esque. They get it over to DeAndre Hunter in the high post, being guarded by McBride. One dribble, jab step, kicks it out. Ball knocked away. Matthews picks it up inside to Capella, who throws it down for 2 hands. You got to be able to get them loose balls, Knicks. Brunson bringing it down, under 5 to go. Has it up top, 20-12. Knicks down by 8. But they're starting to pick up their play a little bit here. With Trae Young out of the game, Daniels out of the game, and Brunson dribbles it off his own foot. Trying to go one-on-one against Capella on the mismatch. Johnson driving it down now, goes up, can't get it to go. Beautiful defense by OG Anunoby at the basket, protecting it over to Brunson, driving it down against Matthews. He slips again, but picks it back up, goes to the basket, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Achua, offensive rebound, goes up, gets blocked. It should have been a goal, 10 refs. Either way, here come the Hawks. Gets it over to Matthews in transition, a left wing three. Can't get it to go. Achua able to grab the rebound. Good box out from McBride, and now McBride will bring it down the other way. McBride coming to his left. Putting his head down, attacking along the baseline, leaves it off for Achua, and they call a charge on McBride. And I feel like the Knicks have some good processing here offensively. They're just not executing well. A little bit of out of control too. The Hawks have rushed them here. The game is a very fast-paced game, which benefits the Hawks. That's how they want to play. They don't want to play a half-court game. Bogey Bogdanovic has also subbed in here for the Hawks. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? Verify, what's up, Verify? Matthews has it up top, gets it over to Bogdanovic, right wing three, puts it up, comes up short. Anunoby with the rebound, here comes Brunson. Brunson bringing it down, has it on the right wing. Matthews is going to pick up Brunson. Brunson has him in the high post, he's calling out directions, calling out plays, driving to his left, and a foul on Matthews. Landry Shamet is checking in. Mark, Shamet sighting. Absolutely. Absolutely. What have we been asking? Can we get Landry Shamet at least 10 minutes? Right? 6 minutes in the first half, 4 minutes in the second half, at least, just to give a couple of guys a little bit of a breather? Jeez Louise, where has Shamet been? Now don't let us down, Shamet. We've been asking for you. Don't let us down. Brunson has it on the right wing. A step back three, puts it up, knocks it down. There we go. There we go. Brunson with the step back three, you love it. And Chicken Nugget with the follow. Appreciate you, Chicken Nugget. Appreciate you. Hunter gets it over to Capella, flips it up, gets it to go, and a foul. And every time the Knicks do something good, man. Every single time. Hawks manage to answer back. Josh Hart bringing it down after Capella knocked down his free throw. Josh Hart has it up top. The Knicks with a Josh Hart, Brunson, Achua, Shamet, and McBride lineup right now. Brunson on the left wing attacking, steps back, puts up another left wing three, and another one for Jalen Brunson. Way to step up, Captain. Come on. We need something to go our way here, but we got to step up defensively. They swing it over to Bogdanovic, over to Matthews. No hesitation, puts up the three, gets fouled by Brunson. So every time something good happens for the Knicks end up with a foolish possession on the other side defensively. Knicks. Come on, man. Come on. Fouling a three-point shooter. Come on, Brunson. You know better than that. And he absolutely fouled him. Absolutely fouled him. Angela said they better get it together today and win that game. I think overall the Knicks are playing well, aside from a couple of boneheaded plays. I think the processing has been all right, though. And obviously some miscommunication and defensive lapses here and there. But overall, they're playing hard. I think they're locked in defensively outside of the miscommunication. And Campaign checking in 3 minutes into the first quarter. Is that 2 fouls on Brunson? Is that why? Tom Thibodeau making earlier substitutions than usual. Although he does have the 4 bench guys in at the same time, which is a lineup I don't really like. Matthews knocks down 2 of his 3 free throws for a 25 to 18 point lead. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Achua hands it off to Shamet coming to his right, and they call a foul on Bogdanovic. And we're going to get our first time out of the game. Yak said the Hawks attacking the Capella-Precious mismatch. Absolutely. Capella, a fantastic rebound. Maybe not a fantastic rebounder anymore now that he's getting older. Part of the reason why he's being moved to the bench, I guess. But Capella still can be a very dominant rebounder, especially if you've got a guy like Precious Achiuwa on the roster, or, you know, across from him as the center in this lineup. But yeah, the Hawks see it and they're attacking. Capella's still a great roller and finisher for the most part. So David said subs in because we got back-to-back. Only reason, I don't know, David. We've seen the Knicks play back-to-backs, and Tom Thibodeau not really care. and still go to his usual lineups. I think Tom Thibodeau's trying things right now, and I like it. I like it. The thing that I've always... How do I want to phrase this? I don't want to be too bashful of Tom Thibodeau, because I think Tom Thibodeau, for the most part, has done a very good job this year. If there's any flaw that Tom Thibodeau's done this year, it's not in his scheme. It's not in his... Well, maybe a little bit of the scheme. But it's his rigidity of the scheme, not necessarily the scheme itself. But the only thing Tom Thibodeau's messed up this year as a coach is the rotations, in my opinion. I think Tom Thibodeau's been very poor in his rotations. I think he's been one of the worst in the league at managing his rotations. And honestly, it's always been something he's always been really bad at, is managing rotations and substitution patterns and feeling the game out that way. But outside of that, I mean, he's always prepared. Team is always prepared, ready to go. Always usually consistently has a very good game plan against teams. But, man, does he just stick with his rotations, man. Sticks with the guys he likes, and it's always been the biggest criticism of him. David said rotation a big part of the game. For sure. Other things, big part of the game, too. The thing about the rotations is that it's the most obvious to us, because that's the part we watch. But we don't know what the scheme is. We don't know what the film room is like. We don't know what practice is like. We don't know what his one-on-one, day-to-day process with every player is like. And that's also a big part of being a head coach of the team. But that's the thing we can't see, so we can't evaluate that. But literally every player who's ever played for Tom Thibodeau has had nothing but praises on those things outside of the actual game. Now, in the game, can he please maybe trust the bench a little bit more? For sure. Lionel Mona said, in the building, Knicks have to play perfect basketball for a win. I don't think they have to play perfect basketball to get the win. If they didn't have defensive breakdowns because of the lack of communication and the confusion with what they're actually playing, whether they're switching or whatever, I think they would, this would be probably a tie game if not the Knicks have a lead. Towns, lefty, hook, can't get it to go. Shaman an offensive rebound. There we go. Back to Towns. Towns spots up for a right wing three. Don't love that shot. Tried to get one back. Long rebound. Ochoa able to get his hands on it, but it's out of bounds. Towns is back into the game, by the way. Yeah, so we're going to such a small lineup. Payne, McBride, Hart with Precious. But we also now have Towns back into the game. Didn't spend too long with that lineup yet. Young has it up top. He's back into the game, being guarded by McBride. Seamus switches onto him, hits Bogdanovich, cutting down the lane. Good rotation from Karl Anthony Towns, forced to pass to the last second. It's a turnover. Campaign bringing it down, has it up top, hands it off to Towns. Spots up for a deep three. He's feeling it clearly. Misses the second one there. Don't love those shots. Karl Anthony Towns can absolutely hit them, but I don't love them that early in the offense. Hits Bogdanovich cutting down, and McBride reaches in and fouls him. Come on, Deucey. Can't get hit with the backdoor cut like that. Bogdanovich at the foul line for two. Misses a free throw. We love missed free throws from our opponents. Getting back to two Brunson misses. Jalen Johnson checks back in. David said, Tibbs is a very old school coach. Very prepared by old school schemes. The schemes still work. They for sure still work. But it's about having personnel. And Tibbs does not have as good personnel to run the scheme that he loves to run, which is drop defense. Campaign puts up a right wing three. Can't get it to go. McBride with the offensive rebound, though. Pulling it back out, hands it off to Payne. Another right corner three for Payne. Gets it to go. There you go, Campaign. He said, Tibbs, I got to be a part of this rotation, man. He said, I got to be a part of this rotation. How much better can Campaign play before Tom Thibodeau starts to play him a little bit more? Trae Young driving it down, puts up the floater, comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Capella keeping it alive. He's able to grab it, comes down with it. Fighting through the contact. And they call a travel on Capella. Okay. Good defense there. They didn't grab the rebound, but they didn't allow Capella to go back up with it. Francisco Martins. What's up, Francisco? Payne puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And they call a foul on Payne. Trying to knock it loose from Hunter. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. The Hawks are in the bonus, so DeAndre Hunter is going to go to the foul line for two free throws. Francisco said Towns is not good enough yet to play. He looks fine to me. Looks fine to me. He's got the little thumb wrap on. He's got another little finger wrap on. He seems fine. I mean, he's missed the 2 threes, but they look pretty good. Left his hand well. Flick of the wrist looked nice. Didn't look like he struggled to get that shot up. Didn't look like it was super off. Just rolled off the side of the rim like usual, like a usual miss for Towns. Battling in the paint. Doesn't look to be favoring the hand or anything. It seems fine. Seems fine. I mean, it's a sprained thumb. How much longer are you going to hold the guy out? I don't know. DeAndre Hunter misses a free throw. I forgot to credit them with the 2 points before, though. So it's 27-21. Hawks with a 6-point lead. McBride gets it over to Towns. Back to McBride. A right corner 3. Beautiful play between the two of them. 2-man game. McBride. There you go. Knocking down my man Ducey. 3-point game, y'all. 3-point game. Keenahara. What's up, Keenahara? DeAndre Hunter has it in the corner. They get it over to Johnson. Driving it down on Shamet. Goes up. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Good defense from Shamet. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Payne. Pushing, running the other way. Gets it over to Shamet. Putting his head down, attacking. To win the jam from Shamet. And I was told Shamet wasn't a good enough player to play. Come on, Shamet. It's a 1-point game, 27-26. Trae Young has it up top, being guarded by Shamet. Under a minute to go. Trae Young coming to his right. Hesitation move, driving it down. Ball knocked loose, out of bounds. Staying with the Hawks. I thought they were going to talk about it and change it. Give it back to the Knicks, but they didn't. Ball going back to the Hawks. And good hands from Towns. Are we going to challenge it? The Knicks are going to challenge it, baby. Ball is going to end up going back to the Knicks. Good challenge from Tom Thibodeau. Off the replay immediately. It looked like it's off of Young. Towns got his hand on it, but it ended up being squished out of his hands from Trae Young. Looks like he tried to hold on to it, but it just slipped out of his hands. Hopefully they don't call a foul here. There's no foul. Yeah, off of Trae Young. Off of Trae Young. 40 seconds to go. Should be a quick review. Should be a quick review. Keenahara said, not going to say how down on the team I am, but let's just say I have Atlanta money line, Jonathan Hunter, Okongwu over. Come on, dog. But I see what you're doing, Keenahara. Reverse jinx. I see what you're doing. I see the game you're playing. You're trying to hit the reverse jinx. I get it. I get it. Part of the reason why I stopped betting is because I would always bet for the Knicks, and the Knicks are not going to go 82-0. So I was constantly losing. So I was like, this is dumb. I can't bet in a league that houses my favorite team. All right, a little bit of a confusing explanation from the ref. I think he gave more details than they needed to have, but ultimately, successful challenge, out of bounds off of Trae Young, ball going back to the Knicks. Let's do it. Yak said, who said we have no bench? I'm saying, Yak. They're not going to perform every single night. No bench does. But we listen, we watch other teams, right? We do streams of other teams on Knicks off days, and we're going to have a lot of them this week. We got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to fill up. But, you know, we watched Cleveland versus OKC. And OKC threw out, what was the kid's name? What was the kid's name? Dumas? Alex Dumas or something like that? The big man? No Harnstein, no Harnstein, no Holmgren, obviously. And they put in the kid Alex Dumas, hit 2 threes in that Cleveland game. Like, come on, man. And they call the moving screen on Towns. Come on, Towns. Just like that. We do the challenge, we get the ball back, and then a moving screen. Mark, play the bench tips. I'm saying. Keenahara said, I say we get no bench. We got no bench if we ain't gonna play Huck, Shamet, and Pacom. Listen, man, we're all in agreement here. But Tom Thibodeau's just not gonna do that. We know this. Biggest criticism of it. Should he be sprinkling in some Pacom minutes every now and again? Sure. Should Shamet consistently be a part of the rotation? Sure. Could you absolutely try and get, beautiful defense from the Knicks. Achua with the steal again. Achua gets it over to Shamet. Bad pass. Shamet able to save it. Shamet up top. Payne wide open. Doesn't take it. Time winding down. 15 seconds to go. Payne has it up top being guarded by Capella. Come on, we got to go. Come on, Cam. Don't settle for it. Don't settle for it. There you go. Hesitation move. Getting into the paint. Scoop layup with the left hand. Cam back it in. Fight for the rebound. Achua had it. Lost it. Fight for it. It's going to be a jump ball. With 2 seconds to go. Bogdanovic and Achua. So only 2 seconds to go. Probably not going to generate a good shot from this, but still got some time. And the Knicks are confounding Trae Young a little bit. Just a little bit right now. Okay, he said Precious playing good defense today. He is. But that was defense generated off McBride's ability to stay in front of Trae Young and force him to pick his dribble up. He had nowhere to go. Ultimately ended up throwing away because Precious was in position. That's also important. So it's going to be Precious Achiuwa versus Bogey Bogdanovic for the jump ball at the foul line on the Knicks side of the court. Bogdanovic tips it out of bounds. So it's going to go back to the Knicks with 0.4 on the clock. That was a lot of time taken off. It was 2.1. Now it's 0.4? Come on, give us at least a second here. Give us at least 1 second here. Campaign's got to inbound it. Just get it into McBride. Gets it over to Anunoby. He's going to chuck it up. And he gets it to go. And it's not going to count, but he got it to go. And I got to tell you, at least he got it to go. It's a good sign for OG. They should have gave us more time on the clock. Anunoby catches, goes up, doesn't get it off in time. Doesn't get it off in time. Mike, what's up, Mike? Okay, he said, damn, if we had 1 more second. There's no way that a second came off of the tip from Bogdanovic and it went immediately out of bounds. Unmitigated toots of the boots. Says, do you think the Knicks can stay within 25 of the Raptors? The Knicks have not lost to the Raptors this year, so sure. But Big Rud said, I dig the Big Bird lower drip. We got our fry cook on today. We're fry cooking it up today. Y'all lucky I didn't come out with the spatula in hand. Why are you dressed like a McDonald's? Because why not, man? Why not? If I was Tibbs, I would have looked at the ref and I would have said, put more time on the clock. What are we doing? There's no way there's 0.4 on the clock after a tip out of bounds. Definitely should have had at least a second. And if we had a second, that Anunoby 3 goes in. It counts. But look at this. It's a 1-point game, yo. It's a 1-point game. And there was a lot of miscommunication from the Knicks on the defensive side. Not a great defensive first quarter to start, but towards the end, they started to get it together, started to understand what they needed to do in the game plan. Now we'll see what they look like as the game continues to go on, and Atlanta will presumably also adjust, right? But overall, I feel pretty good about where the Knicks are. I also like that Tom Thibodeau went to the bench a little bit more. Now, I don't like the 4 bench guys out there all at once, and that's the only time the bench ever gets to play. But they came through. I thought they played pretty well. I enjoyed their minutes. Nick Yak said that's not a home court clock. I mean, it's just where they press the button. The refs should have came together and talked and would have said, oh, we got to put more time on the clock. This is how they work. This is how it works. Someone was a little too late to hit the button. And what should happen is the refs, one of the players on the court should have went, and this is what you get when you don't have Jalen Brunson on the court. The players, Towns should know better. Got to get together there. Towns was on the court. Got to get together there and go, hey, there's no way there's 0.4. There's no way 1.5 seconds ran off the clock off of the guy tipping it out of bounds. Like, at the very most, it's a second. So you got to go real quick at the monitors and just put the right amount of time back on the clock because we need it. We need to get a shot up here. A player on the court has to do that, or the head coach has to go, or an assistant coach, or somebody on the bench who knows better, like an assistant coach or the head coach, needs to get on the court and say, hey, check the time. Check officials, check the time. There's no way that there's 0.4 on the clock there. So All right, here we go. We're back into it. And the Knicks force yet another turnover, y'all. Coming out, second quarter here. McBride gets fouled. See where the basket is. My man Deuce getting back to the mid-range, knocks it down. And then the Knicks force a turnover the other way. Here we go. We're back into it. Capella has it, fighting for the offensive rebounds. And the Knicks just got to grab it, and they grab it. They got lucky there. Pushing the other way. Campaign. A dribble pull of three. It's a terrible shot. Comes up short. Johnson with the rebound. Terrible shot from Campaign. 10:30 to go. 27-28. Johnson has it up top. Picks his dribble up. He's being guarded by McBride. Tries to get it over to Trae Young. Now gets it over to him. Being guarded by Payne. Trae Young. Tries to get it down low to Johnson. Gets fouled by McBride. A little bit of a hold on the pass inside. The entry pass. Mike said Hawks trying to steal one by fixing the clock. KAZ said running all over the place. That's what I like to see. It takes a lot of effort. And the Knicks not paying attention on the inbounds to Bogdanovich. Shoves it over to Capella in the paint. Gets stripped by Campaign. There we go, Campaign. There we go. And then hit ahead the Bridges for an easy two-handed jam. And the Knicks take a three-point lead. There we go. Picking it up as the game goes along. Love to see it. Love to see it. 30-27. Little over 10 to go here in the second quarter. Trae Young up top being guarded by Bridges. Dancing with it on the right wing. Driving to his right, leans in, puts up the floater, gets blocked by Towns, get him out of there. It's too easy sometimes. It's too easy. And the Knicks starting to lock it down defensively on Trae Young here, not giving him anything easy. Digging in defensively. This is how you win basketball games. Trae Young's going to inbound it. Gets it into Bogdanovich, being chased by Payne. Bogdanovich in the right corner. Swings through to his right along the baseline. Euro stepping down the lane, and they call a foul on the Knicks. See who's driving it down. Should be on the pass. Should be on the pass. $9:55 to go, 27-30. And it is going to be side out of bounds. Foul on the pass. Johnson's going to inbound it. Gets it into Young. Young driving it down, leans in, flips it up at the basket, and they call a foul on Bridges. Come on, we can't call that foul. We just went through a whole season and a half where everybody was begging to stop calling this jump back foul that Trae Young invented. I'm gonna get past the defender and then I'm gonna jump back into him and flip it up at the basket. At least Brunson has the audacity to stop and wait till you to hit him and then puts up the floater. There's no way that's a foul. I hate that call. I hate that call. That's poor officiating. That is poor officiating. Trae Young knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Trae Young misses a free throw, though. We love missed free throws from our opponents. Brunson's back in. I believe the Knicks starting five is back in. Yes, the Knicks starting five is back in. Campaign remains out there. Towns inside the Bridges, goes up, gets the layup to go, backing up against Trae Young. And I'm telling, listen, everything that's gone on so far is everything we begged the Knicks to do. We've begged the Knicks to exploit Trae Young defensively by including Mikal Bridges in the offense because Mikal Bridges can take Trae Young one-on-one. Just give him the ball and get out of the way. Isolate Mikal Bridges. If we don't like isolations, isolate Mikal Bridges on Trae Young. We could absolutely do that, for sure. Trae Young steps back for a deep three, knocks it down. Trae Young feeling it from deep today. It's his third three of the game. Brunson gets it over to Bridges again, and they call another foul on Bogdanovich. That's what I'm saying, Trae Young. You want those little ticky-tack fouls? Okay, everybody getting called for a foul now. This is what happens. This is what happens. Now we're getting a foul off right now. Come on, refs. Keenahar said, which one is the guy with the Jalen Johnson haircut? Rizashay, the rookie, the first overall pick. Rizashay is not playing tonight. He is out. So it's been a lot easier to tell the difference between them. Towns driving it down, a ton of contact, no foul call. Trae Young bringing it down, being guarded by Bridges. Cross-court pass gets picked off by Payne. That's what I'm talking about. That's a 3-on-1. Don't pull up. Payne, don't pull up. It was a 3-on-1. He splashed it, though. Cam Payne. A terrible shot. Terrible shot from Cam Payne. We'll take it. We will take it. Forcing a timeout to be taken by the Atlanta Hawks. The audaciousness of this terrible pull-up three by Payne. He's running with Bridges and Towns. And I believe Bogdanovich is the lone defender. Go get a layup. And he said, nah, I'm going to pull up this three real quick. Let me just stop, line myself up, because, of course, there's nobody around me. I got Towns and Mikal Bridges come to the basket. I can just feed it to one of them and give them an easy one. But nah, I'm going to knock down this pull-up three. Terrible shot. He got it to go, though, so we love it. So it's cool. It's cool. Steven Verdejo. What's up, Steven? What are you wearing? You giving Clyde some competition? I'm trying, Steven. I'm trying. I'm doing my best Clyde impersonation this season, right? We got the crazy outfits going on all season long. Tonight, listen, I found these yellow pants at the thrift store yesterday. I had to put them to use. And I said, what does it look like? Looks a little bit like SpongeBob. I'm not going to lie. So what are we doing? We throwing the fry cook outfit all the way together. We're pulling it all together. The red tie with the yellow pants and the brown shirt with the captain hat, by the way. Did y'all peep the captain hat? Hello? I might have to order a Jalen Brunson jersey just so the captain hat can really shine. I might have to. Appreciate you, Steven. I appreciate you. I'm trying to give Clyde. Hey, man, it's an homage to Clyde all season long, for sure. Keenan Hart said, I thought it was Kid Jalen Johnson. Yeah. Slim Slam, what's up, Slim? Keenan Hart said those yellow pants can only be worn in Spain. I mean, yuck. Y'all just got to know how to pull it off. You can't lie. I'm kind of pulling them off, though. I'm kind of rocking the pants out, though. You can't even, like, come on. I know they're crazy color, but you can't lie. I'm pulling it off right now. Whole fit kind of came together beautifully. Listen, you'll never see me outside wearing this unless it's an event that calls for it, but you'll never see me outside wearing this. But on camera, in my room, with the lights on and the game going, hold on, I'm showing out a little bit. Outfit kind of came together. You can't lie. Mike Mode said, this is why you play the bench. You never know where the spark can come from on any given night. If it's not coming from your starters, odds are you can find it somewhere. You just have to look. For sure. There was a couple of games ago, I believe it was the Orlando game, where I said, tonight feels like the kind of night where you throw Hug Porty out there, you throw Dade out there, you throw Kolek out there, maybe not all of them, but you look for a spark somewhere because nobody had it. And you're seeing tonight that sometimes the starters can come out a little bit flat, but you go to that bench a little bit earlier, you give them some rest, and you let the starters pick up the energy, pick up the rhythm a little bit, and then by the time you start sneaking some of the starters back out there, now everybody can get it going because everybody can get in on the game, right? Here we go. We're back into it. Trae Young bringing it down. Gets it over to Capella. Back to Young. Up top, being guarded by Bridges. Trying to feed Bogdanovich. Curling around the screen. Attacking. Pulling it back out. Towns forced to switch onto him. Back to Trae Young. And they call a foul on Bogdanovich. Handed off to Trae Young. Ran right into, who is that, McBride? No, it's not McBride. It was Bridges who was chasing Trae Young. And it's an offensive foul. Ball going back to the Knicks. Beautiful. The defense is there. The hustle. The energy, the effort, the extra effort, it's all there right now. It's been there since the start of the game. A couple of miscommunications to start the game, but they're hooping. And I like that Tom Thibodeau is giving Cam Payne a longer leash right now. He remains in the game. And he deserves it. After the night he had against Minnesota, the Knicks would have gotten blown out without Cam Payne that night. And we're getting an extended look at Cam Payne Brunson minutes. We haven't gotten too many of those. Brunson inside the Bridges, who knocks down a little floater. And the Knicks are moving and grooving, y'all. 6-point lead, their largest lead of the game. Dyson Daniels is back in after picking up them early 2 fouls. Over to Trae Young up top, driving it down. Gets caught in the air, kicks it in the corner by... that's Krejci. I thought that was Bogdanovich. Krejci, no dip 3 out of the right corner, splashes it. Keeping his Hawks in the game, quelling some of that momentum. Brunson driving it down to his left. Bump Euro in. Fends off Dyson Daniels and knocks down the floater. Beautiful move from Brunson. Dyson Daniels, one of the most talented defenders in the league. Brunson taking it right to his chest. Trae Young up top, dribbling it off his foot. goes, picks it back up, driving to his left, steps back, picks his dribble up, inside to Daniels. Good defense from the Knicks to continue to rotate. Daniels almost throws it away, but it finds its way to Capella, who lays it up and in. It was just a weird play, some serendipity going the Hawks' way. The Knicks not cognizant enough to pick up that loose ball. Incredible that the Daniels pass ends up going through, because it should have been a turnover, but either way, he gets the assist. Brunson, spin around jumper at the foul line, knocks it down over Daniels. Now he's taking it to him. Brunson has not had success going at Dyson Daniels in the previous two matchups. Right now, going right at him. And Trae Young just throws it away. 13 turnovers for Atlanta. Trae Young leading the pack right now. Terrible decision from him. Just throws it away. Team wasn't even cognizant that Trae Young was going to throw that pass. They weren't even looking. No one even went for the ball. K. Higgy said, how do you have yellow pants? Go check your local your local thrift store, man. Go thrifting, my man. There's some crazy stuff in there sometimes. People get rid of crazy stuff. Josh Hart is back into the game for Payne. Knicks with their 5 starters back out there. Brunson, a pull-up 3 over Okongwu. Comes up short. Daniels with the rebound. Hit ahead to Krejci. Bringing it down. A pull-up 3 in transition. Can't get it to go. Good box out from Brunson on Okongwu. Good box out from Brunson. Allowed everybody else to gain rebound. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Now coming to his right. Pocket pass to Towns. Lost the handle. Matthews picks it up. Gets it over to Krejci. Bringing it down. Hesitation move. Kicks it out to Matthews. Catches. Pump fakes over to Okongwu. Okongwu hits a Hunter in the corner. Puts up the 3 over Hart. And he knocks down the 3. Josh Hart's biggest Achilles heel defensively is he sags off of guys way too much. Guys have quick fires in the league nowadays, Josh. You gotta be tighter there. And just like that, it's back to a 2-point game. 41-39. Brunson driving to his right, pocket pass to Towns, rolling down the basket, flips it up, can't get it to go. He's going right into, as Josh Hart misses an easy bunny as he grabbed the offensive rebound. A lot of contact for Towns, no foul calls. Hunter, dribble pull-up 3, can't get it to go. Daniels, an offensive rebound, goes up, gets the layup to go. As the Knicks didn't get back to grab the board there. And back to a tied game at 41. And the starters come back in, and the Hawks going to run. Now, granted, the Hawks starters are also back in. But still, I would consider throwing a bench guy out there or 2, Tibbs. Throw Shaman back out there. I don't think Josh Hart's had a very good game here today. Towns not having a great game right now, forcing it a little bit too much inside. He is getting hit. They're not giving him the call, but you got to be able to adapt to that, man. Steven said, Ronald McDonald on EBT before the fame. Appreciate you, Steven. Appreciate you, man. Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Keenan Hart said, might as well wear a yellow-black jersey and pretend you're either a Yellow Jacket or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, man, you never know what's going to happen here. You never know what I'm going to come out wearing. I try to switch it up as much as I can. Mike said those pants should have the word caution printed on them somewhere. Keenan said, dang, I should have took Capella instead of Okongwu. Hey, man, it's early in the game. Early in the game. And I think the Knicks have done a pretty decent job on both of them. Although Capella, he is taking advantage of the pressures matchup and killing him on the boards a little bit. Mark said, lose the lead with the starters on the floor. Yeah, weird. Really weird. We just talked about how, hey, the bench came in, gave them a ton of energy, started to dig in defensively, forced some turnovers, gave them a 6-7 point lead, and then you sub out all the starters, you sub out Campaign, and Josh Hart has not been very good today. 2 or 3 times, the Hawks have just swung the ball over to the guy he's defending, and Josh Hart was just sagging off of him too much and gave him enough space to line up a 3. Like, guys have quick triggers, and it doesn't matter if you lightly contest the 3. Guys can knock that down. And he's guarding DeAndre Hunter, who's probably the leader for Sixth Man of the Year this year. Like, you have to stay connected to him. You don't have extensive help responsibilities if you're guarding DeAndre Hunter, right? Who's their super sub, who's their 6th man. You don't have a ton of help responsibility. Don't give up a wide open 3 to DeAndre Hunter. And he's done that like 2 times so far. And earlier in the game, to start the game, he gave that up to, who was it on the wing? Craigie, Trae Young when he switched onto him. Kanyan Pepper said, why doesn't Cat get any fouls? Because he's big and strong. He forces his way into the paint and initiates a lot of contact. And refs have traditionally never really given big men who do that the benefit of the doubt. MBM, what's up, MBM? B Will, Hart playing hurt, bro. Sure, but then don't play him as much. Like, if he's on the court, then I'm going to judge you as a player who plays a lot. Towns, beautiful pass inside to Anunoby, who got hit by Garrison Matthews. No foul call, but he got the two-handed jam to go over him. A poster for OG. If you're out there, I got to judge you based off of the way you're playing. And right now, Josh Hart not playing great. Dyson Daniels knocks down a tough floater over Bridges. Josh Hart has it on the right wing, being guarded by Craigie. Coming to his left, picks his dribble up, hits. Bridges cutting back door for an easy two-handed jam. And again, the Knicks offense is moving and grooving. They're playing pretty well, this Knicks offense. It's the defense with the starters that has not been as well as the defense that the bench unit had in this game. Hunter has it up top, being guarded by Hart. Driving it down, mid-range, pull-up jumper. Comes up well short. Josh Hart with the rebound. That's good defense there from Josh Hart. And he grabbed the rebound. Now push it. Good. Make a good decision. Leaves it off for Towns. Driving to his right, putting his head down. Attacking, Euro-stepping. And a foul on the floor. And Okongwu saying, what did I do? I'm just standing there. He ran right into me. That's also another argument. But you can't not call the Towns fouls in this game when you called that Trae Young floater where he jumped back into the defender. If you're going to call that, you got to call the contact where Karl-Anthony Towns just recklessly drives into the paint. You have to. You've already decided those are the kind of fouls we're going to call. So the officiating's been a little bit uneven, but the Knicks have to be able to, one, communicate that to them, but two, also adjust to it. Achua comes in for Towns. We got a bench guy in with the starters, maybe trying to clean up some of the defense here. Brunson has it on the right wing, coming off an Achua screen, driving it down, hop step, inside pass to Achua. Not a great pass from Brunson, but Achua also just wasn't ready for it. Trae Young bringing it down against Bridges. Hesitation move, crossing over. Kicks it in the corner. Matthews ends up with a wide open three. Rattles it in. Josh Hart getting caught on the screen. Looking at his teammates for some. Oh, that was Krejci, not Matthews. Excuse me. Krejci with the right corner three. And it looks like the Hawks are attacking Josh Hart's off-ball defense. Bridges leans in and a blocking foul on Trae Young with a flop. Trae Young started the fall before Bridges even made contact with him. I'm glad they called the flop there. I'm glad. It's a good call. Slim says, Hart has hustle and heart. That's about all. Now, he's a smart basketball player. Excellent finisher at the basket. Is an inconsistent finisher at the rim. Inconsistent shooter for sure. He's good at a lot of things. He's a good playmaker. He's going to make some boneheaded passes every now and again, trying to hit the home run play, but he's a good playmaker. Excellent, best rebounding guard in the league for sure. But, if he's playing hurt, then don't play him as many minutes today. Shamit's played perfectly fine so far. Bridges has it in the post against Trae Young and loses the ball. Trae Young picks it up. Trae Young bringing it down against Bridges. Hawks with a 1-point lead. Tries to hit Johnson, cutting back door, and another turnover for Trae Young. He's trying to force it a little bit too much offensively. A couple of really bad passes from Trae Young trying to hit cutters. Brunson bringing it down. Fakes the handoff, driving it down. Tries to get the inside pass to Achua. Lost it. Knicks get it back. Kicks it out to Brunson. Wide open in the right corner for three. Knock me down. Yes, sir, JB, the captain, coming clutch. Needed that one. Needed it for the momentum. Now get a good defensive stop. Trae Young crosses over in the corner to Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Anunoby. Up top to Daniels. Driving to his right. Kicks it out to Okongwu in the corner. Pump fakes. He's driving to his left. Trying to hand it off to Trae Young. He does. Coming to his right. Trae Young. Inside pass to Okongwu, catches it in the paint, goes up, gets the finish. He's looking for a foul, doesn't get a ton of contact, but he got that to go down anyway. Great pass from Trae Young and beautiful catch and finish from Okongwu, who is surrounded by Anunoby and Bridges. Brunson has it inside to Anunoby, driving down, fall-away jumper over Okongwu, can't get it to go. Johnson snatches a rebound, and the Hawks are pushing the other way. Home run pass to Okongwu over the top, catches, comes down, and a foul on the floor by Bridges. Under 3 to go. Kinar said Trae's getting too fancy, but Johnson and Okongwu are good. Trae Young and Mikal Bridges have been talking a lot this game. They have. So you know Trae Young's going to try to make a little bit of a statement. And Josh Hart gets called for a tripping foul. And I think they're in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus with under 3 to go here in the second. And they are in the bonus, so DeAndre Hunter's going to the foul line for 2 free throws yet again. Hunter makes the first free throw, giving them the lead. Deuce McBride checking back in for Mikal Bridges right now, and I like Mikal Bridges has spent some time on the bench. Anunoby has spent some time on the bench. Brunson has spent some time on the bench. Tom Thibodeau doing a better job with his rotations here today. I was told the bench was not good enough for Tom Thibodeau to play them. But yet here we are. The bench has played very well, and the starters have played not as great. And again, the starters are going up against their starters. So it's a little bit of a different matchup, but still. Hunter goes 2 for 2 from the foul line, by the way. Brunson has it up top. Driving to his left. Daniel sticking with him. Driving to his right now. Stops. Step back. Foul line. Fall away jumper. Splashes it. Nothing but net for JB. He is 7 for 9 from the field against this Hawks team that he has struggled with this season. Trae Young steps back for a 3 over McBride. Gets it to go. And Trae Young is 4 for 4 from three-point range. He is not missing from deep here today. With that scrangly, ugly-looking beard he's got going on. You got to trim that thing up, man. You got too much money to be going out looking like that. Brunson gets it over to McBride, driving it down, Euro step down the lane, gets blocked by Johnson. No foul call on Johnson as Johnson ran right into McBride. Bride hit the floor hard. It was a clean block up top, but how is that not foul on the body? He jumped right into Brunson. Either way, out of bounds, ball's going back to the Knicks. Towns has it in the high post, faces up, puts up the jumper, mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. You gotta suspect that maybe the hand is bothering Towns a little bit, the thumb or whatever. And Trae Young hits the floor, and McBride gets called for a foul. Being too aggressive. 2 hands on Trae Young, McBride. Come on. Mark said we're in serious foul trouble. K. Hazy, flop Young. 4 fouls on Deucey. Take Deuce out, put Campaign in. Campaign played perfectly fine. This is a moment where you can take him out, put Campaign in. Looks like Shaman is going to check in. But Deuce McBride is definitely going to check out here. Trae Young knocks down his first free throw. Shaman has checked in here for the final 2 minutes. Hawks with a 4-point lead. Mike said maybe Hart needs to have a seat. Yeah, man. Yeah. I know he was questionable with the shoulder, but, like, you're out there. You're out there. And he's doing Josh Hart things. But he is hurting them. He is hurting them overall, I think. And they call a foul on Dyson Daniels getting 2 hands with Brunson. Dyson Daniels with 3 fouls, and he's very upset. He's very upset. Here's the thing, though. He's getting very handsy with Brunson. And Brunson did flop. He exaggerated that contact for sure. Trae Young literally just did that. So if Dyson Daniels is going to be upset, he got to look at Trae Young like, don't get the refs calling them ticky-tack flop fouls, because now I got to deal with it as a defensive guy trying to slow down one of the best offensive guards in the league. That's how you got to look at it. You can't be upset that they called that foul after your guy in the backcourt, your backcourt mate, just got the same call when he took a flop when Deuce McBride was guarding him. Like, come on, man. Brunson at the foul line. He did knock down the first one, and he knocks down the second one. I believe that's our 3rd and 4th free throw of the game, by the way, and the Hawks have 17. Just saying. We will check the box scores as usual. Shaman has it up top. Shaman guarding Johnson, who has it up top. Hands it off to Craigie. They feed Johnson in the high post. Coming down. And they call a blocking foul on Brunson. And the game's getting real ticky-tack right now, and the Hawks are getting real frustrated. Knicks a little frustrated as well. Both teams frustrated with the officiating. The officiating has not been good at all this game. I think Tom Thibodeau's called the timeout. He's going to challenge it. And here's the thing. If you're listening to the game on MSG, Mike Breen is complaining about how inconsistent the officiating is. His exact quote is, with the way the game is being officiated, it's hard for the players to tell what is a foul and what isn't a foul. That is as far as you're going to get. That's as far as you're going to get Mike Breen to complain about officiating. He's not going to go much further than that. So if the officiating's so bad that he goes to that point, you know the officiating is horrific here tonight. The officials don't know what they want to call a foul. It looks like they have no game plan when they came out. Like, are we going to let them play? Are we going to call it tight? They have no idea what they're doing out there. This is a very poorly officiated game. And while we have this timeout, while we have this review, we can go through the box score a little bit. We usually wait till halftime, and we got a minute until halftime, so. Real quick, there's just really one stat I want to look at. We'll dig deep into the box score in a second. But overall, the Knicks have shot 4 free throws, and the Hawks have shot 17. So, I'm just saying. Tony, what's up, Tony, on the Twitch side? Who's winning? The Hawks are up, my man. The Hawks are up by 2. A successful challenge in that it's not a foul call. And part of the reason, some people may be like, why did Tom Thibodeau use his second challenge on that play? Part of the reason is to force the officials to go to the monitors and like, this is what you call the foul. This is not a foul. Stop blowing the whistle the way you're blowing it. It's a little bit of a message from the coach to the officials. Like, I'm going to force you to watch this because it's bad what they're doing right now. Now, hopefully, the game gets a little bit more control. Both teams are a little frustrated with what's being called, but let's get to it. Trae Young has it up top, walks into a pull-up 3 off a screen. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart secures the offensive rebound. He's bringing it down, leaves it off for Anunoby. He's going to go up and get the layup to go. Beautiful transition play for the Knicks. Josh Hart, beautiful pass to Anunoby for a nice finish. Trae Young has it up top, being guarded by Shamit. Coming to his left off the Okongwu screen. Now coming to his right in the mid-range. Towns switches onto him, so Trae Young's going to look to dance. Trae Young one-on-one against Towns. Quick crossover to his right. Hesitation move. Pulling it back, step back 3, falling away. In and out, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Okongwu had it, lost it, saves it over to Hunter. Over to Craigie, extra pass to Young. Pulls up, wide open right wing 3, splashes it. Knicks a little slow in their rotations there. Trae Young ends up with a wide open right wing 3 off of a previous miss. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Hunter. Coming to his left off a Shamit screen. Gets it over to Shamit. Shamit pump fakes, driving it down, leaves it off for Towns. Come on, Shamit! Be aggressive, man. Look for your shot. They leave it off for Johnson, driving it down. He gets a one-handed jam in transition going the other way. Because Shamit won't shoot the ball, man. Shoot that ball, Shamit. This is why Tom Thibodeau took you out of the rotation to begin with. Because you're not going to shoot the ball. You are a shooter. Pump fake. Defense flies by. Don't take one dribble to the side. Shoot that 3. Why you got to pump fake and drive it in? That's not your game. Shoot that 3, man. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Hunter. Coming to his left, off the town screen. Stops, turns, spins, one-legged, fall away. Gets the foul call on Hunter. And Hunter wants a challenge. 8 seconds to go here in the second. And the Hawks bench are going to challenge it. Tony, is Trae Young playing or no? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Trae Young is playing. He's playing very well. Not very well. He's playing well. He's shooting the ball well. I'll say that. Tony said, do you watch football? I do. I do. We don't stream football, but I do watch it. Mark said, F this crew, man. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yak said we watched McBride get leveled. Yeah, this is a pretty poorly officiated game, and it's kind of taking the fun out of it because both of these teams are going back and forth. I don't know, that DeAndre Hunter block, he got ball, but he also got some wrist. I wonder what they're going to call here. I could see it going either way. If they say he got ball and then the contact on the wrist came after the block and the ball was released, I get it, but Mark said, refs have ruined this half and probably the game. So it's a successful challenge. No foul. Towns had the rebound after the block, so the Knicks will get the ball back at least. It's crazy that in the first half there have been 3 challenges, and all 3 were successful. That's got to be to the detriment of these officials. It's really bad. It's really bad. Russell Field, Buffalo's big win. Buffalo? Hey, man. Hey, I thought it was Baltimore's year. Buffalo pulled it out, though. Ken Hart said, refs, call traveling and carrying and charging. Ricky tack. Man. Yeah, not these little ticky-tack fouls. Maybe call the violations that give the offensive player the advantage. Brunson gets it in the heart. He's going to put it up as the buzzer expires. Can't get it to go. Krejci with the rebound. He's bringing it down. They got 5 seconds. Krejci hit ahead to Okongwu, driving it down, flips it up at the basket, gets it to go with the buzzer. And it is going to be a 6-point lead for Atlanta, 60-54. I'm not going to lie, the defensive effort from the starters, I mean, the effort is there from the starters, but the execution defensively from the starters has not been there. Has not been there. Mark said, we're done. Look, man, I think the Knicks played well. I think the Knicks played pretty well. You guys also have to remember that this is a damn good Hawks team. They're 6-1 against. They're 6-1 against the best teams in the East. They beat the Cavs twice. They beat the Celtics twice. They beat the Knicks twice. Who was the one they lost to? Who was the game they lost to? They're 6-1 against them. 6-1 against the top 3 teams in the East. So I'm sure you guys are frustrated, like, we should be playing better against this Hawks team. But, like, Celtics fans also feel that way when the Celtics lost to them. They also lost to them the other night. When was the last time they played? Let's go through it. Their last game, they beat the Celtics 119-150. So I know, like, we're looking at this and we're like, we should be beating the Hawks. We need revenge. But, like, they're a good team. They play up to their competition, right? Usually the way we use that phrase is teams playing down to the competition. The Hawks play up to their competition. They realize they're playing one of the best teams in the league. They bring their A game. And they're fully healthy. Are they missing anybody? Who are they missing? They're fully healthy. Am I missing somebody who's not playing? Hunter, Bogdanovich. Daniels is playing. The rookie, Riza. So they're out. Their number 1 overall pick, Riza, is not playing today. But they beat the Celtics the other night in a game where they didn't even necessarily play that great. They were 9 for 37 from 3. Celtics were 15 of 52, and they still beat them in overtime, 119-115. So I'm not saying, like, it's okay, we could lose another game to the Hawks. Like, no, the Knicks need to win tonight, for sure. But I thought they played pretty well. They're down. What are they down? Are they down 8? 62-54. Oh, they're down 8 at halftime after that shot. But I thought for the most part they played well. They came out a little slow to start the game. I thought the starters' execution defensively, while they were playing hard, they didn't execute very well. And put themselves behind the 8 ball a little bit. By the time the bench came in, the bench gave them great minutes. I think the bench, actually we can go through it overall. Feels like our bench outplayed their bench. I mean, they got points from Capella. Hunter knocked down a 3, got to the foul line. Bogdanovich gave him 1 point. Matthews got to the foul line, knocked down. He's got 2 points. So they have 1 made basket from their top bench guys. Capella has 3 layups. He's 3 for 7. A lot of them off all 5 of his rebounds were offensive, mostly because he was going up against Precious Achiuwa. But you know, Payne hit 2 threes. McBride hit 2 shots and a 3. Shamet hit a layup or dunk. Our bench has outplayed their bench overall. 11, 13 points off the bench. If we take Capella's 7 out, they had 9 points plus the 7, 16 points off the bench. They scored more, but overall we played better with our bench guys. But 2 for 4 from the foul line to their 13 for 17. Like, poorly officiated game, very poorly officiated game. Is not the reason why they're down 8. Because our starters just, for whatever reason, couldn't keep up with the Hawks. Not for whatever reason. We know the reason. They couldn't keep up with the Hawks. Trae Young, by the way, has hit 5 threes. He's 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. Outside of that, hasn't knocked anything else down. So overall, they're doing a good job of contesting him when he gets inside the arc. He also has 5 turnovers to 4 assists. They're doing a really good job of kind of frustrating him a little bit. But Johnson, 2 for 5. He didn't have a huge impact. 7 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Okongwu, 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. He played pretty well overall. Craigie, 3 for 4 from 3. Like, come on, between these two guys, 8 for 10. Part of the reason why this Knicks team continues to lose games is their inability to effectively guard 3-point shooting. And that's what killed them in the Minnesota game. That's so far what's killing them tonight between Craigie and Trae Young. Outside of that, nobody else is really hitting threes. Hunter hit 1. The Knicks are 6 for 12 from 3. The Hawks are 9 for 15. It's not too much of a difference, a 3-point difference of 3 threes. Brunson's hit 3 of them. Nobody else in the starting lineup has hit them. Bridges and Anunoby haven't even taken them. Payne is 2 for 4. McBride's 1 for 1. So, like, the volume here, Bridges and Anunoby got to get threes up. It's getting bad. It's getting bad out there. Okay, they beat the Cavs twice, right? They did beat the Cavs twice. 2 games in a row as well. They also beat the Celtics twice. Who did they lose to? Because they beat the Celtics. They beat the Knicks. They beat Cleveland twice. They beat Boston. They beat the Knicks. What was the game they lost to? Oh, they lost to Boston. They beat Boston twice and they lost to Boston. They got blown out by Boston earlier in the year. And then they beat them twice. Lionel Mona said, I don't care. You're playing at home should dominate? No. That's not how that works. Just because you're playing at home doesn't mean you dominate. This is a good team. This is a good team. They should be playing better, for sure. But you don't dominate. Vertify. What's up, Vertify? Yes, the Hawks do well against elite teams. They do. They do. Let's go over here. It's easier to read chat over here. Mike Mode said, they start games slow and they end quarters poorly. This is an ongoing trend. The players who are out there to start the game and the players who are in there to end quarters is not a coincidence on what that lineup is. I will leave it at that. The starters. There's chemistry issues. Not like bad, but there's the communication between the starters right now is just not there. It's just not there. Bridges and Anunoby continue to be confused on what the plan is defensively. Like, literally to start the game, Johnson gets an and one layup because Anunoby thinks we're switching everything. And so Trae Young and Johnson do a simple handoff, and Anunoby switches it. And Mikal Bridges chases Trae Young. And so literally to start the game, there's clearly a disconnect there. Like, that's the first play of the game. How do we mess up the defensive coverage? We should know to start the game what we're doing. Are we switching everything or are we staying? Like, what was that? So clearly there's disconnect there. There's something not being communicated between the starters that when they figure that out, things will start to click a little bit better defensively. And that's really the issue with this team. It's the defense. It's the defense. It's been the defense. The offense hums. Even when they go through their bouts, every team goes through their bouts during a game where, like, oh, they're in a little bit of a slump, or they missed a couple of shots and things aren't going well offensively, or they turned it over a couple of times. But overall, their defense is the reason why they've been losing games. It's not their offense. And playing bad defense also bleeds into you working harder defensively, even if you're not covering up a lot of the mistakes. And it's very discouraging. And you can tell the Knicks haven't hit too many threes as of late, and a little bit of a slump overall. Mike Mo said, I don't care who the Hawks beat. The Knicks need to show some balls here and win this game. Well, they got 24 minutes to do so, man, for sure. AB said the Knicks have been figured out. There's definitely a book on how to guard the Knicks, and the Knicks have to be able to adjust to it. But their offense still remains a top 3 offense in the league, AP. The thing that's held them back is their defense. And I think part of it is, as good as Josh Hart is overall, and as good as he is a good defender, but he falls asleep off ball sometimes, man. Like, he sags off of shooters way too far, thinking this is far enough and I can recover, and it's just not. It's just not. He sags off way too far. And he's incapable of recovering in time enough for these guys to simply just catch and shoot. It's happened tonight with Krejci. It's happened tonight with DeAndre Hunter. Consistently. I'd be interested to go back and see who Josh Hart's matchups have been the last couple of games and how well they've shot. And it's not because Josh Hart can't stay in front of guys and he's not a good defender. It's just when he's in an off-ball role, guarding a shooter, he's not very good at that. That's also putting him in a position where not playing to his strengths defensively, but also trying to preserve some of his energy so he can do the energy stuff that he's really good at. But if that's the case, then he just also has to step up and be better in that role, you know? El Tigre, what's up, El Tigre? Keith Kendrick, what's up, Keith? Looks like another loss coming up. Guys, we got 24 minutes of basketball, man. Some of you guys give up too easily. Too easily. Y'all got fickle confidence, man. Where is the confidence at? Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Zion, Butler, and Valanciunas, only Knicks saviors. Man, I don't know why you think Valanciunas is a good basketball player, Chi-Chi. The reason why when he was a free agent, he signed with the worst team in the league. Because good teams didn't want him, Chi-Chi. If good teams wanted him, he would have signed with a good team. Did you watch Valanciunas at all last year when he was on the Pelicans? There's a reason why the Pelicans were very confident saying, we'll start the year without a center. We don't know what Yves Missi is, but we'll start the year giving that guy minutes versus bringing Valanciunas back. Good God, are we glad to get off of Valanciunas. I don't know why you think he's a savior. Zion has played, 5 games this year? And was suspended a game by his team for being late? And Jimmy Butler just blew up the Miami Heat culture because they didn't pay him the money he wants, and he's upset that he has to play behind Hero and Adebayo now. Really? Because if the Knicks put all their pieces together and traded Anunoby and Bridges for Jimmy Butler at 35 years old to give him a big contract, so he could be upset that he now has to play behind Towns and Brunson? Really? I don't know if you're paying attention to what's going on around the league right now, my man. The best name you got there is Zion. And Zion literally just got suspended for never showing up on time. Keith Kendrick said, lately the third quarter has been our worst quarter. Yeah. A little bit of a third quarter of doom situation creeping up for our Knicks this season, unfortunately. But I think part of the reason is these starters get off to a little bit of a slow start, man. A little bit of a slow start. Yak said, we lost every close call and only down 8 with Cat not playing well. Yeah. Thank you for some positivity there, Yak. Yeah. Towns didn't play well. You have to think that he's not shooting well because of the hand, thumb, first game back, a little bit of rust, whatnot. He didn't get any calls going to the basket, even though he was getting hammered. Hopefully we see a little bit of an adjustment in the second half from the officials to, I don't know, be more consistent with their calls at the very least. Just be consistent. If you're going to call it tight, then call it tight. If you're going to let contact go, then let contact go. But do it for both sides and do it for every play. Don't do it for like, we're going to call it tight for these next 3 minutes and then let a ton of contact when Towns goes down to the paint. It's weird. Very weird. Very poorly officiated game tonight. It seems like the Hawks have adjusted a little bit to it, even though they've been some frustrated. But they've taken the frustration out on the Knicks versus the Knicks getting frustrated and staying frustrated against the officials instead of taking it out on the Raptors. I mean, on the Hawks. Ellie, what's up, Ellie? I'll get to your comment in a second, my man. Yak said, Zion and Butler, we can't afford and need a defensive center. And if you want to think who's the best defensive center on the market, his name is Mitchell Robinson. I know it's a risk, but literally any other center who plays defense in the league, go look at their injury histories, man. All these guys get hurt. If you're 7 feet tall and you play hard defensively, chances are that you don't stay healthy. Because it is not natural for a 7-footer to move the way 7-footers are asked to move in the NBA. Those guys just don't stay healthy. You have a guy in-house who wants to be here. He's proven to, when he's ready to play, he goes hard. He plays through injuries if he can, like he did in the playoffs last year. He came back early last year to play in the playoffs, play for the team, put his heart on the line. And if it wasn't for Embiid re-injuring him, where would the Knicks be now? You know, very interesting. So I'm at the point where I'm excited to see Mitchell Robinson back to play and healthy. Kinahara said, yep, we're getting beat by the Craigies and the Aaron Wiggins of the world. Well, Aaron Wiggins is one of the best role players in the league. He just doesn't get a ton of shine because he's on a fantastic Thunder team. One of the most underrated players in the league. And Craigie is solid, and he shouldn't be putting up the points that he's putting up against the Knicks right now. But here we go. Start of the third quarter, y'all. Towns gets it over to Brunson in the corner. In the Bridges, kicks it out to Josh Hart, driving to his left on Trae Young. Across the lane, off of 1 foot, banks it in at the buzzer, got it to go. That's one way to start the quarter. 62-56. Daniels hits Johnson cutting back door up against Josh Hart, blows the layup. Good defense from Josh Hart, but Johnson also just missed the layup. Josh Hart over to Bridges, right corner 3. Mikal Bridges, and a quick 5-point run for the Knicks to start the quarter, and they're coming out with some energy. They're coming out with some fire, some tenacity. Let's keep it going. Trae Young has it up top, coming to his left off the screen, walks into a pull-up 3. Can't get that one to go. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Brunson pushing the other way. It's a 3-point game. Hit ahead to Bridges, down low against Trae Young. Stops, turns, fires, knocks it down. That's what I'm talking about. Keep attacking Trae Young defensively. I don't care who he switches onto, who he tries to hide on. They can't guard him. He can't guard Josh Hart. He can't guard Bridges. He can't guard Anunoby. Continue to attack him. I like to see it. Trae Young dancing around an Okongwu screen. Pocket pass to Okongwu, rolling to the basket, and a beautiful Euro step around Towns. Bad defense from Towns. Beautiful Euro step from Okongwu and finish. Common Sense Health. What's up, Common Sense? Avi said, does Towns still look hurt? He doesn't look hurt at all. He's moving well. He's shooting. Like, the shot looks good. He's not wincing at all or anything like that. So I can't assume that he's dinged up and super hurt, but I just have to take it into account that, like, He is hurt. As he drives it down on Krejci on a mismatch, beautiful pass from Brunson, and Towns takes advantage and gets a lefty layup to go. It is a 1-point game. They get it over to Krejci, and they call a foul. Krejci did knock down the 3, but obviously it doesn't count. They call an off-ball foul on Josh Hart. David said Mitch will give us defense but slow us down offensively. Depends how much you're playing Mitch. You know, when they put Jericho Sims in and Achua in, like how much does our offense struggle? You know, he is going to give us offensive rebounding and lob threats and finishing around the basket as Daniels misses a 3 over Brunson. So, like, I know he's limited offensively. He's not anywhere in the same realm as Towns, but, like, how much worse is he going to make us offensively? He's also going to allow us to get out and run by getting some defensive finishes. As Mikal Bridges attacks across the lane, gets a righty scoop layup to go and a foul, and the Knicks are moving a groove and they take the lead. Come on, man. Some of y'all are too fickle. Some of y'all gave up at halftime. Come on, man. There were some of you who gave up at halftime. Oh, this game's over. Come on, man. Come on. K Hazy, there we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Carolos, what's up, Carolos? I have Brunson over 27.5, but Booker's about to sell it. Bridges already with 8 points in this quarter. I love it. I love it. Daniels has it up top, attacking to his left, getting downhill, scoop layup with the right hand, gets past Brunson, and gets an easy layup out of it. Brunson bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Daniels. Tied game at 66. Excuse the score. Brunson in and out dribble against Krejci, backing him down, stops, turns, half spin, gets open, kicks it out to Josh Hart, up top to Towns. He's got space, puts up the 3, comes up short. Bridges right there with the offensive rebound and putback. Mikal Bridges, welcome to the game, my guy. Mikal Bridges having an excellent third quarter here to start. Already up to 10 points in the quarter. Johnson driving to his left, putting his head down, driving it down, scoop layup with the left hand, misses the layup. 2 missed layups for Johnson in this quarter. Josh Hart driving it down low to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Young. He's going to go one-on-one in the post, backing him down, tries to hit the cross-court pass to Brunson, but tipped out of bounds by Daniels. It was absolutely tipped. You could see the flight of the ball move in midair. What are the Hawks complaining about, man? And now they're going to challenge it. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe the flight of the ball was weird. I don't know. Yak said we had fans give up at 6-0. I'm saying, Yak. I'm saying. Listen, this team has issues that they have to solve. But, like, come on, man. Come on. I don't understand how you could watch the performance in the first half and think that it's over. Come on, guys. Come on. David said Bridges must got his butt chewed out at half. He played well in the first half, David. I think he played well in the first half. And he's come out and played even better here in the second half. Shade, what's up, Shade? Happy King Day. Happy King Day to you. Happy King Day to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody here. Astra said, we're all traumatized by the 2010s. Okay, but the last half decade, the last 5 years, they've been very good. They've been very good, save for one season where everything fell apart during the Fournier-Kemba Walker season. I'm also traumatized by the 2010s. Like, I was there. I'm also traumatized by the early and mid-2000s and late 2000s. I'm also my trauma goes all the way back to there. Like, I didn't even get to experience the euphoria of the 90s. So my entire Knicks fandom life has been filled with nothing but misery and them losing and them not being good enough to compete, even during the mellow years. None of it, like, they had one good season, but you knew it wasn't going to last because they relied on all these old guys, Jason Kidd and Rasheed Wallace and Marcus Camby and all of that. Like, come on, man. Come on. I grew up in the trauma. I grew up of not even seeing what a good Knicks team even looks like. Azure said the D'Antoni days are trauma. We had Jeremy Lin. Like, yes, there was trauma. There was also good times. The D'Antoni years weren't even that bad in comparison to the years that preceded D'Antoni. D'Antoni was a breath of fresh air compared to the years before him. Mark said, I'm traumatized by Reggie Miller and Akeem and David and Mitchell and Michael. Sure, but at least you got to witness the Knicks play good basketball, Mark. My entire life has been filled with bad basketball. Weekend at Bernie's. What's up? What's up, Bernie? Shaw says, my trauma goes back to Charles Smith. So it's a successful challenge. My eyes are playing tricks on me. My eyes are playing tricks on me. I thought it was very obvious that someone tipped the ball. So it's just out of bounds, off of Bridges, ball going back to the Hawks. But now both teams have used both of their challenges. So now it's just going to come down to, the mercy of how the officials decide to call the rest of the game. Yeah, I said Bridges had to back down Trae, not cross-court pass. He saw the double team coming. He tried to get rid of it early. I get the idea. It was a bad pass, but also maybe just turn and fire over Trae Young. As they leave Trae Young wide open, and he misses a deep three. And here comes Brunson pushing the other way. 8:30 to go. Brunson putting his head down, attacking into the basket. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. Josh Hart right there for the tip up and in. My man Josh Hart saving the transition there. Knicks with a 4-point lead. Knocked out of bounds. Angel A1's Roman. What's up, Angel? I'm 48. The 90s were awesome. Yeah, you got to win this great basketball. Yes, there's some trauma that comes with not going all the way and losing it at the end. But, like, I never even got to watch good basketball. Trae Young down the lane, throws the lob to Okongwu. Bad pass, can't finish. Another turnover. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Brunson, bringing it down. Brunson leaves it off of Bridges. Right corner, no hesitation three. Comes up short. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson bringing it down. Has it up top, putting his head down, attacking. Throws the lob to Okongwu, catches, and he finishes that time. And the Knicks didn't do a good job there getting back on defense. And Brunson's going to walk it down now. Try and slow it down a little bit. Let's get a good offensive possession here. Let's get a good shot. Big Road said, close game. We like those. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Trae Young. Now Jason Daniels switches back into him. Nice pass to Bridges with Trae Young not even guarding him, and he lays it up and in. Like I said, continue. The obvious thing to do, continue to attack Trae Young with Mikal Bridges. Trae Young driving to his left, now snaking it back to his right hand, puts up a long floater, gets it to go from Trae Young. He's going to start going back at the Knicks now. Knicks are trying to go at him. He's going to come back at them. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Trae Young. Hesitation move, has it on the right wing. Stopping, pulling back, picks his dribble up, hits Bridges, being guarded by Trae Young. He has it down in the paint, one-legged fall-away jumper, gets it to go. That's what I'm saying. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. Continue to feed Bridges, being guarded by Trae Young. He can't do it. Trae Young will pull up three. He's trying to answer. He splashes it. He's going right back at it. He said, you're going to try and go at me? Okay, well, I'm going to go at Char right now. Okay, it's Mikal Bridges versus Trae Young. Here we go. Brunson has it on the right wing. Quick crossover to his right. Driving it down. Leans in. One-legged. Off glass. Gets it to go. And he's looking for a foul he doesn't get. He initiated that contact. I like the no call. But he got it to go anyway. Trae Young up top being guarded by Anunoby now. Driving to his right. And they call a carry on Trae Young. Tom Thibodeau was the person who made that call. He was screaming at the ref. He's carrying it. And they actually called the carry. How egregious was it? Let me see the replay. Absolutely a carry. Absolutely a carry. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Daniels. Knocks it loose. Brunson goes back to pick it up, but now Trae Young switched onto him. This is exactly what he wanted. Now he's driving to his left, pulls it back out. Trae Young does a good job knocking away. They dive on it. Josh Hart's got to pick it up. 5-4. Josh Hart's got to bring it down and get a shot up. Puts up a long two, and off the side of the backboard. Couldn't even hit the rim. Josh Hart frustrated. Good defense from Trae Young there. Everyone talking about their trauma in chat. I'm happy everybody can trauma dump a little bit in chat. we could all be upset and share our traumas together as Knicks fans. All right, here we go. DeAndre Hunter has it up top, gets it over to Matthews, swings it over to Daniels, catches, pump fakes, driving to his right, gets into the lane, puts up the floater over Anunoby, and gets it to go. Why Anunoby is hesitating on a Dyson Daniels pump fake, I don't know. Just let him shoot that three, OG. You did your job if he shoots that three. Brunson driving to his left off the Towns screen. Pocket pass to Towns. Inside pass to Josh Hart. Pump fakes, goes up, gets the finish. And he's looking for a foul call he doesn't get. Every single time down the court, the Knicks are looking for a foul that they're not getting. The Hawks are pushing it the other way. DeAndre Hunter flips it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Anunoby saves it over to Bridges. And the Knicks are bringing it down. Bridges leaves it off for Towns. Towns up top. Crossing over to his left. Gets fouled by Okongwu. Out on the perimeter. Everton Fletcher, what's up, Ev? They still can't guard the three-point game. Tibbs needs to understand that this is not the 90s. He must address 2000 area. The game has changed. I think the Hawks are knocking down a lot of pull-up threes tonight, especially Trae Young. Overall, they have not defended the three-point line very well. I'm not going to give them a pass, but some of it has been Josh Hart and some of the players just not communicating and closing out well. I don't think it's specifically a scheme thing. I think it's also an execution thing from the players. Brunson driving it down against Daniel. Stops, turns, half spin, leans in, steps through, kicks it out. McBride, a straightaway three in the relocation. McBride can't get it to go. But Achua with the offensive rebound. You got to kick it out, Precious. Don't bring it down. Dyson Daniels comes up with the steal. He's bringing it down now against Achua. Quick crossover to his left, driving it all the way down and gets the layup to go. Come on, Precious. And then you get crossed up and taken all the way to the basket. Why are we playing up against Dyson Daniels? He does not have a consistent jumper. Stealth Genetics, what's up, Stealth? Relic said, I'm not advocating violence or play or dirty play, just messaging. Stealth Genetics said, Nick Richards had himself a game in Phoenix. Did he? In his Phoenix debut? Is that his first game with Phoenix? Let's go around the league. We didn't do it. We were too busy talking about the game at halftime. It's 77-78. Why is my score so off? It's not. I just didn't give Dyson Daniels his two-point shot. There we go. With 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Timberwolves, Grizzlies. That's a close game with under 4 to go. Phoenix versus Cavs. Kenar said, did you see Gafford today? I did not see Gafford. Stubgenetic said he had himself a game in Phoenix. This game? Stubgenetic, are you talking about this game or the last game? Because I'll check that out. But let's check out Gafford's game. What was Gafford? 31 points, 15 boards, 7 blocks. Oh, my God. It was against the lowly Hornets, and they did end up losing anyway. So they did end up doing. I really like that kid, Dyson Daniels. Yeah, I do too. I like him coming out of the draft. I didn't think he was going to be this good defensively. But, man. Cade also had 32, 9, and 7. Shout out Cade. As the Pistons beat the Rockets. That's a great win for the Pistons. They continue to win. Still hovering around 500, though. Hornets beating the Mavs. That's a bad loss for the Mavs. Celtics Warriors tonight? Is that a good game? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Are we talking about this game, Stealth? His debut with Phoenix? So not this game. Got to be the other game, right? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Their last game? The Pistons? The Pistons game? That they won? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Now I'm interested. He didn't start. He came off the bench. Nick Richards, 21 and 11 off the bench. The Nick Richards effect. The Nick Richards effect. Okay. Kenar said, yeah, everyone likes Daniels and Kimmy Gafford too. I always liked Gafford when he was with the Wizards. I always liked him. Surprised he lasted as long as he did in Washington. Was surprised that a good team didn't pick him up earlier than the Mavs did. But Nick Richards is getting the start today, and he's only got 2 points and 3 boards against a good Cavs team. Cavs are beating up on them. Maybe taking out some of their frustrations of that OKC beatdown. All right, here we go. Let's get back into it. Brunson puts it up out of the mid-range over Daniels. Gets it to go. My goodness, Brunson. Tough shot there from Brunson. Daniels bringing it down. 80 to 77 with 4:30 to go here in the third. Daniels has it up top. Trae Young on the bench. Josh Hart steals it away from Capella. Beautiful. Gets it over to McBride. Goes up. Can't get the layup. Beautiful contest from, and Josh Hart misses it, but gets it back, and he lays it up and in. So 2 steals back-to-back for Josh Hart as he finally gets the layup to go. He does not give up. Mark says, I love our Josh. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I wish he was a better off-ball defender against three-point shooters. But man, this is why he starts and why he plays 40 minutes a game, as DeAndre Hunter knocks down a straightaway 3. DeAndre Hunter, he's got to be the leader for Sixth Man of the Year. He's good. He's been so good this year. He's been so good. Brunson has it up top. Bogdanovich switches onto him. Krejci switches onto him, excuse me. Brunson a step back fall away 2. Rattles it in yet again. He said, y'all can't guard me. That's an insane shot to go to, let alone to knock down. He's 10 for 14. Hunter, back-to-back 3s for DeAndre Hunter. Brunson bringing it down, looking to answer. It's now a 1-point game as the Knicks are trading 3s for 2s. Brunson up top, coming to his right off a McBride screen. Being guarded by Garrison Matthews. Brunson gets it over to Josh Hart, swings it over to Anunoby. Extra pass McBride, catches, pump fakes, driving down in the mid-range. Little fall-away jumper. Rattles it in for Deuce McBride. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the Knicks are knocking down their 2s, but can they defend the 3-point line here? Come on, Knicks. Daniels up top, gets it over to Hunter. High post, being guarded by McBride, just rises up and shoots over him. Can't get it to go. Settled for it. Can absolutely knock that shot down, but he missed it. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Daniels, coming to his right. Steps back, puts up a step back 3 over Daniels. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. A long rebound finds its way out to Anunoby. Extra pass to McBride for 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. We needed that one. Hunter bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left, putting his head down, driving it down, trying to go right through the chest, puts up the floater, bounces along the rim, can't get it to stay, fight for the rebound, and Josh Hart knocks it out of the hands of Capella again. McBride over to Josh Hart, putting his head down, splitting the defense, gets the lefty layup to go. You can't guard him. He's too big. He's too strong. He's too relentless. Josh Hart all the way to the basket. Knicks with a 5-point lead, 88 to 83. Under 4 to go. Under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Knicks with a 5-point lead. These teams are battling it out, man. This is looking a little bit like a playoff game right now. I'm not going to lie. Both these teams going back. There's some animosity between them already, obviously. But man, this is a good game right here. Stove said, yeah, we didn't pull the trigger on that Nick Richards trade, but Mitch will be here soon, I hope. Yeah, I think he'll be here soon. I would expect maybe like 3 more weeks. Maybe a month. I hope not a month, but I'd say like 3 more weeks before Mitch comes back. He'll probably be back, or we'll start hearing him come back around the trade deadline, which I believe is February 8th. Keith Kenner said, just defend the 3. They're trying, man. It's not for a lack of trying. They're trying. There's just some miscommunication that happens. There's with what their responsibilities are each. Are we switching? Are we staying? Are we dropping? Are we hedging? Are we recovering? Who's rotating out to who on the scrambles? Just some miscommunication that just like this team was thrown together a little bit right before training camp, and there's clearly still some chemistry issues that they got to iron out. You know? It seems like the offense has mostly clicked. Their offense looks good. Top 3 offense in the league. It's the defense that the chemistry is killing a little bit. Here we go. We're back into it. Shaman's back into the game. Trae Young's back into the game. Hunter fires a left wing 3. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Daniel's able to grab it. The Knicks swarming him, and they call it out of bounds off of Daniels, and Daniels is upset, yelling at the ref. Hey, tee him up, ref. Don't let him get into your face like that. And there it is. And there's the technical from Daniels. That's what I'm talking about, ref. Don't let him talk to you like that. And Dyson Daniels getting frustrated. Real frustrated. Stove Janik said, Hawks are a really good team. They are a really good team. Brunson's at the foul line for the technical. Please knock down your free throw, JB. Thank you. 83 to 89 with 2 minutes to go. Mike said, Nick's slow to switch on defense. That comes from hesitancy, Mike. Comes from hesitancy and not having that chemistry of knowing I need to be there because I know he's going to go over there. You know, it's just, it's a timing thing. It's a time thing. They'll get there. They'll get there. Josh Hart has it up top, under 2 to go. Gets it over to Achua. Achua being guarded by Capella. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his right, attacking Capella. Sidestep, step back, fall away long 2. Splashes it, nothing but net for our guy, our captain, Jalen Brunson. Putting the team on his back right now as the Knicks have the largest lead of the game, 8 points. Trae Young has it up top, being guarded by Shaman on the switch. Trae Young coming to his left off the Capella screen. Step back, cross court up top to Jalen Johnson, attacking Josh Hart, getting under the basket, and a kickball violation by Achua. Fantastic defense from Achua to at least get that leg up there, because if he doesn't get that leg up there, it's definitely an easy drop-off pass to Capella for a dunk. They get it up top to Capella, hands it off to Young. Young feeds Hunter, cutting across the lane. Achua switches onto him. He's driving it down, and they call a foul on Achua. Blocking foul, trying to stay in front of him, trying to slide his feet, but he fouls him. Yeah, I said, Mitch missing 8 more games. We need to hold on defense. Yeah, at least 8 more games. I mean, we have 4 more games this month, and probably, you know, going into February, another 4 more games. So I'd say at least 8 more games. You're right on point with that one, Yak. Hunter has it up top, being guarded by Shamit. Swing through to his right, driving it down against Shamit. Great defense from Shamit to stay in front of him. Now coming to his left, he's going to try and use his size and strength. Fall away jumper in the paint, gets it to go. That's just incredible offense from DeAndre Hunter there. Incredible offense. Great defense from Shamit. Didn't matter, though. Brunson, quick crossover to his right, step back, pump fake, leans in. Great defense from Daniels, forcing Achua. Forced to kick out to Achua. McBride dancing around the Achua screen, puts up a 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. A couple of 3s from McBride that he got to get to stay down. Trae Young has it up top. Hits Johnson, cutting back door, goes up. Can't get the finish to go. Fight for the rebound. Capella tips it up and in over Josh Hart. And the Knicks are just too small out there right now. Between Capella and Johnson, they got Achua and Josh Hart playing the 5 and 4. Brunson bringing it down, spins off of Daniels, and Daniels takes it right out of his hands. Come on, you can't go one-on-one against Daniels like that, Brunson. You got to know better. Johnson misses another layup, though. Fight for the rebound, knocked out of Josh Hart's hands. And you got to get a big man in there, Tibbs. Achua can't be the answer against this lineup. 91-89. I forgot to credit them on the Hunter shot too. So 19 seconds to go. Brunson has it up top against Daniels. Brunson in and out dribble, coming to his right. Attacking Trae Young. Hesitation move, step back, pump fake, gets Daniels in the air, and he's going to go to the foul line. Is it for 3 or for 2 free throws? 5 seconds to go. 4 fouls on Dyson Daniels after that foul bait from Brunson to get him up in the air. Might be 3. Might be 3 free throws. His foot was close to the line. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Union and Grand TV, what's poppin', my guy? ¿Qué pasa, el capitán? Appreciate you, Union. Orange and blue, baby. Orange and blue all day. Happy MLK to you too, my guy. Brunson knocks down the first one. Thank you, JB. Please knock down your free throws. Stealth Genetic said, is Huck on the bench? Of course he is. Of course he is. He's not going to get in this game. We know this. We know this. Mark, JB 30 bomb. He's going off a little bit here to end the quarter, man. Absolutely going off a little bit here to end the quarter. AB said we have a game tomorrow as well. We do. It is against Brooklyn. Brooklyn tends to play, and Brunson knocked down the second one. It is 3 free throws, by the way. Bridges and Anunoby checking back in here for the final defensive possession before we go into the fourth quarter. AB said, I wish they would get rid of back-to-backs. I don't mind them. I really don't mind them. I think they do. The thing they have to get rid of are road back-to-backs. I think where both games on the road, where you're traveling to a place, playing, and then traveling to another place, and then playing again in back-to-back situations is not, I don't like that at all. I think those are more detrimental than anything. Brunson knocks down all 3 of his free throws. They get over to Capella, back to Johnson. He's going to put his head down, trying to go all the way. He's got the speed and the size and the strength to go all the way, and he can't get it to go. He was looking for a foul call against Brunson, but doesn't get it. And Johnson's upset, as he should be, as anybody would be. Didn't get the call at the end of the quarter there. And that's going to take us to the fourth with the Knicks with a 5-point lead, 94-89. The Hawks won't go away. The Knicks won't go away. These teams going back and forth all night long, battling it out. And the Knicks going to the fourth quarter, the 5-point lead. Can they hold on to it, man? Can they hold on to this 5-point lead? Can they expand it here in the fourth quarter? Mark, 40-point third quarter. Offense was moving and grooving. They did have the starters out there a little bit. Brunson played the entirety of that third quarter. After campaign played really well in the first half, I think you just, unless a guy, and Brunson was hot to end the quarter there, so I'm going to give Tibbs a pass on this one. But I think playing a guy a full quarter without giving him like a 2-minute break in the middle of it is just overall detrimental to their efficiency towards the end of the game. Now, Brunson was scalding hot, so I'm gonna give Tibbs a pass on that. If a guy's hot, leave him in the game. The adrenaline will take over. But campaign played well. I thought maybe get him in there at some point tonight, and he did it. But okay, he said, this is what I like to see, hustle. Subgenetic said, JB for a 40-piece chicken dinner, no biscuit. What is he up to now? 31, 32? After those 3 free throws? Whoops, not the schedule. We don't care about the schedule right now. JB is up to 31. 3 for 5 from 3, 6 for 8 from the foul line. Overall, the foul shooting, 7 for 9. 8 of them have come from Brunson. Bridges had one, and he has 1 free throw. So Brunson, the only player getting to the foul line tonight. Versus the Hawks, 17 free throws to the Knicks 9. They didn't take a free throw in that third quarter, though, so maybe they're trying to clean it up a little bit, trying to get the free throw shooting a little bit more even. Yeah, I said we had a Susan third, now just a Susan fourth. Yes. Stope Genetics said 9 free throws is crazy, and 8 of them from one player, so. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Towns is going to start the quarter. Trae Young is going to start the quarter. And the Hawks come out with Young, Johnson, Young, Johnson, Okongwu, Bogdanovich, and Hunter. Bogdanovich gets it over to Okongwu, hands it off to Hunter. Hunter up top, coming to his right, driving it down, stops, spins, in the paint, fall-away jumper, gets it to go. You can't have Shamet guarding Hunter. Hunter's too big for him. Hunter's 6'8". Shamet's what, 6'4", 6'5" at best? Not a good matchup right now. Campaign. The Knicks come out with Campaign, Towns, McBride, Shamet, and Achua. The 4 bench guys with Towns. I don't love this lineup, but I need the bench to step up the way they did in the first half. Campaign feeds Towns a straightaway 3. He's open, comes up short, long rebound. The Knicks had it, lost it. McBride picks it up, gets it over to Campaign. A pull-up 3 straight away. Too long, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And Okongwu comes up with it. And now Trae Young will bring it down. Knicks had 2 good looks there. Couldn't knock either of those threes down. Trae Young coming to his right off the screen. Picks his dribble up top to Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Achua. Gets it over to Hunter. Spots up, puts up the 3 over Payne. Splashes it. You had to know that was coming, man. You got to get either Anunoby or Bridges back out there immediately. This lineup out on the perimeter is too small between Shamet, McBride, and Payne. Shamet has it up top being guarded by Young. Driving to his right, putting his head down, going all the way to the basket, gets fouled by Okongwu, who's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. That's the aggressiveness I've been waiting to see from Shamet. Asher Cass said, and the Hawks are a good team. The Hawks are a good team. Exciting game. Nice to see a competitive game, and the Hawks are a good team. For sure. Lionel Mona said, solid third. Let's win it in the fourth as well. Shamet misses a free throw. All right, we got to get Shamet out there. I don't like the 4 bench guys in there at the exact same time like this to start the quarter. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good lineup to run to start the quarter. Shamet does knock down the second one, though. At least we got one. And now Trae Young bringing it down against McBride. Anunoby is at the scores table. That's exactly what I want to see, Tibbs. Good move. We got to get somebody out there to guard Hunter right now. Hunter has it up top. leans in, throws it to nobody. And he was expecting Shamet to run into him to draw a foul, and Hunter got caught in the air and throws it away. Good defense from Shamet there, but ultimately a bad decision from Hunter. Anunoby has checked in for Shamet. That's exactly the move I wanted to see, Tibbs. Great move. Now you throw Anunoby on Hunter and tell him, D up. Campaign has it up top, coming to his right off the Towns screen. Stops, steps back, gets it over to Towns. Towns up top in the high post. Hits Achua, cut back door, and he rises up with a two-handed strong jam. He said, you're not going to block that. And then the Hawks turn it over on the inbound, as Mike Breen just told me, because the cameras didn't even catch it, with the ball's going back to the Knicks. Knicks with a three-point lead. They get the ball back here. I don't even know how they turned it over. What happened? And the Knicks forced the turnover? Was it just a lapse of attention from the Hawks? I don't know. Either way, Towns has it on the right wing. Coming to his right off a McBride screen. Euro stepping down the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Achua. He's driving to his right, hesitation move. Stop, leans in, gets it over to McBride. A mid-range pull-up jumper, splashes it down. Deuce McBride does not miss those mid-rangers. Deuce McBride having a good game tonight. The three hasn't been consistent. He's hit one of them, but missed his last two. But he's getting to the basket. He's playing good defense, and he's knocking down the mid-range shot at least. Trae Young picks his dribble up top. Now he gets it back, being guarded by Achua. Dig in defensively here, Achua. Don't let him blow by you. Go ahead, get down in that defensive stance. They swing it over to Okongwu, right corner three. Can't get it to go. That's what we want to see. Okongwu has proven to be able to knock that shot down, but if there's anybody shooting a three, I'd rather see Okongwu shoot it. They get it over to Towns. Towns, pump fakes, driving it down, to his right, leans in, goes up, against the basket, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Okongwu with the rebound, here comes Trae Young. Trae Young, deep, pull up three, in and out, can't get it to stay. Okongwu with the offensive rebound goes up, he can't get the finish, fight for the rebound. Anunoby had it, lost it, Trae Young has it, kicks it out. Bogdanovich, a left wing three, he can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. And then a loose ball foul on the floor against the Knicks. Come on, y'all. Towns. We have Towns, Precious, and Anunoby out there, and we can't grab a rebound, y'all? That was what, 3-4 offensive rebounds? Come on, man. Where's Towns? Towns, where are you? Get down there. Get down there. Get down there. Towns wasn't even involved in the rebounding battle. It was Achua and Anunoby. Josh Hart checking in here for Achua. I like that lineup. I would have kept Achua out there. Don't bring Josh Hart in yet. I like that lineup. I thought they were playing well. Okongwu has it up top, being guarded by Towns. Hands it off to Trae Young, and Trae Young just loses it out of bounds. It's going to the Knicks. Campaign has it up top, being guarded by Trae Young. Coming to his right off the Towns screen. Puts up a right wing three. Gets it to go, and one. Hype me up, Campaign. Yes, sir. He's been playing so well. He's been playing so well. He said, Tom, he was looking at the Knicks bench. He said, give me more minutes, coach. He said, give me more minutes. I'm hoping out here. Come on, man. Give Campaign more minutes. I love it. Nick Yak said, we've been getting killed on the boards all game long. They had one of their best rebounding units out there with, outside of Josh Hart being out there. They had Towns, Precious, and we got called for a technical? Was that Campaign? Come on, Campaign. What'd you get called for a technical, Cam? The Knicks had Precious, Achua, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby out there, and they still couldn't grab a rebound. Need Mitch back, for sure. Campaign gets his and one free throw. Thank you, Campaign. And Trae Young did hit the technical free throw, so it's 103-95, Knicks with an 8-point lead. Daniels has it up top, attacking, getting down the lane. Almost lost it, but he able to sneak it through to Okongwu. Beautiful pass from Daniels. Somehow snuck it in for an easy layup for Okongwu. Towns has it up top. Spins to his right, driving it down against Okongwu. Goes up, puts up the floater. High, can't get it to go. Great defense from Okongwu. Towns gotta stop attacking like that. They get it over to Bogdanovich. Anunoby digging in defensively. Great defense overall. Okongwu has it up top. Gets it over to Krejci. Krejci coming to his left. Josh Hart chasing, putting his head down, attacking. Puts up the floater, comes up short, fight for the rebound. Josh Hart rips it away. That's what I'm talking about, Josh. Shot out of a cannon. Hit over to Anunoby. He goes up, gets grabbed. He can't get the layup to go, but it's a foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. They're going to give him the 2 free throws, and Bogdanovich is upset. He's saying, I grabbed him purposely because it was supposed to be a foul on the floor, and Bogdanovich is upset. I think rightfully so. I could see how that should have been a foul on the floor, but either way, they're going to send Anunoby to the foul line for 2 free throws. We'll take it. Now all you got to do is knock down the 2 free throws, OG. Kay Hazy said everyone is so hyped up in this game. There's some real animosity between these two teams. They do not like each other. I like it. This is real hoops right here. This is real hoops. And Brunson's checking in for campaign. I don't know about that. I would have left Brunson out maybe 1 more minute. I would have gave campaign maybe 1 more minute. Anunoby knocks down both of his free throws. Thank you, OG. Daniels bringing it down. Gets it over to Bogdanovich. Hands it back off to Daniels. Quick crossover to his left. Driving it down against Brunson. Stops, turns, kicks it out. Crazy in the corner. Josh Hart does a great job of closing out there. Doesn't allow him to get open for that 3. Daniels, crossover to his left. Driving it down, puts up the floater off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Capella with the offensive rebound. Goes up, gets fouled. And 1 for Capella. Knicks getting killed on the glass. Ed Diga said, my heart wants to know why I'm still watching the Knicks. MSG's got to offer a package that comes with like blood pressure medication for sure. Capella knocks down his and 1 free throw. Brunson bringing it down. It's a 5-point lead for the Knicks. They started off the quarter with a 5-point lead, and they remain with a 5-point lead. This is not going to be an easy game to close out against this Hawks team. Brunson driving to his right against Daniels. Kicks it out. Anunoby wide open. Left wing 3. Come on, OG. Can't knock it down. Daniels with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Home run pass to Bogdanovich. Quick catch and fire from the left wing. Comes up short. Anunoby rips the rebound. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart shot out of cannon. He's pushing the other way. Now he has it up top. He's going to slow it down. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top, being guarded by Capella. Hits Brunson, come back door, wide open for an easy layup. Beautiful play from the Knicks overall. Beautiful read from them. Bogdanovich up top on the left wing. Hands it off to Daniels. They leave him. He pump fakes. Brunson does a good job of closing the air. Daniels has it up top. Hesitation move. Attacking to his left. Spins to his right in the paint. And they call the offensive foul on Dyson Daniels. And that's his 5th foul, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The cardiac Knicks, here we go. Absolutely. 6.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. 7-point lead, and the Knicks get the ball back. I believe the largest lead of the game was only 8. I don't think they ever extended it up to 10. But they're going to have the opportunity to either extend it up to 9, which would end up being their largest lead of the game, or 10 with a 3. Half of the 4th quarter to go, and they keep grinding it away. They're playing very well here in the second half. Relic of the Soul said, when we sub and keep aggressive, we get the other teams in foul trouble too. There's so many benefits if it's games outright. I don't mind the high minutes totals at all. Like, I think when people hear you complain about Tom Thibodeau, like, not playing Shamit or not playing campaign enough or anything like that, it's not really that I want to see those guys play. It's that if you shuffle guys in and out, like, if you play an entire quarter and the team doesn't make a substitution until the final 2 minutes of the quarter, you know exactly what that team is doing because they're doing the same things every single time down the court. You know exactly what they're doing. Right? So it becomes easier to guard as the quarter goes along. But if you insert Payne, and then you insert McBride, and then you insert Achua, and then you insert Brunson back in, and then you insert Mikal Bridges back in because he subbed out earlier, like, you're constantly shifting things in and out, and the defense is like, well, now we have to account for Campaign, who likes to come down and shoot these transition threes, and he's shot out of a cannon every time he gets the ball, and he pushes the pace, and they play faster with Campaign in the game, so we got to adjust to that. Oh, Campaign's back out because Brunson's back in. Well, Brunson likes to play a lot slower. Well, Josh Hart subbed out, but now he's back in. But at the same time, like, if you got Campaign and Josh Hart out there, like, those guys are going to run. Like, it just creates different things that the defense has to account for. You know? And Tom Thibodeau just doesn't see the benefit in that or doesn't understand that part of the game. I don't know. But there's far more benefits to subbing more often than just, oh, I want these guys to get more rest. It's not always about that. It's not always about that. It's oftentimes about throwing the defense off and giving them a different look and having them think about something else other than, I know exactly how Bridges wants to play. I know exactly how Anunoby plays, and I know exactly how Brunson and Josh Hart and Towns play because they've been out here for the past 6 minutes, and we know exactly what they're doing and exactly what they're looking for, so we can counter that, and we can throw counters at it. Yak said, anyone still thinking Brunson lost it? Those people have been crazy all season long, Yak. It's insane. He's the point guard of the team, and he's being asked to do so many different things. So many different things. And yet still be as good of an offensive player as he was last year. Like, come on, man. When he needs to bring it, he needs to bring it. Towns up top, inside the Josh Hart, swings it out to McBride, a sidestep left wing three, Deuce. Ooh, I was about to pop off Deuce. About to give us a 10-point lead there. Missed it, another one, though. It missed his last 3 threes. We needed them. Johnson has it up top, attacking to his right, leans in, throws the lob. Who broke it up? It looked like McBride or Towns. One of them broke it up, but either way, great defense from the Knicks, and Josh Hart has it, leaves it off for McBride, attacking, stops, pulls it back out. Smart move from McBride. Smart move. DeAndre Hunter was waiting for him. Now McBride has it up top, coming to his left, leaves it off for Towns on the right wing. He's going to put up the right wing three, and he gets it to go, and the Knicks take a double-digit lead here. Under 6 minutes to go, and the Knicks up by 10. Can they not only hold on to this lead and get the win, but can they expand the lead? Johnson has it up top, gets it over to a Capella, back to Johnson, driving to his left, spinning, coming to his right, Anunoby fending him off the basket. Great defense from OG. They kick it out to Hunter. Hunter, pass fake, coming to his right, lost it, picks it back up, driving down the baseline, and gets fouled by OG. Okay, El Tigre too, with a very generous super chat. I appreciate you, El Tigre, man. I appreciate you. My man, El Tigre. So we appreciate your analysis, Chef. And where's Huck? He's glued to that bench, man. He's glued to that bench. Maybe we see him next season, but he's not gonna crack the rotation and get minutes this season. Tom Thibodeau has proven that. And with Mitchell Robinson on the horizon at some point over the next couple of weeks, Trae Young has it on the right wing, and Josh Hart steals it away from Capella. Beautiful rotation from Josh Hart. Towns coming all the way, Euro stepping down the lane, goes up, gets blocked by Capella, and Towns is very upset. He's looking for that block call. Said, how did I run over this guy and there's no call? Where's my blocking foul? Asher said, okay, Bridges right here, gets 7 threes and close it out for us. Bridges is in for McBride here, and the Knicks with their 5 starters out. And Brunson gets fouled by DeAndre Hunter, and they're just grabbing and holding Brunson right now. See, this is also the benefit of having Karl-Anthony Towns available for you, is you have the ability to play Brunson off ball a lot more the way they did in the second half of last season with Isaiah Hartenstein, because you can play Hartenstein in the high post, play him as a hub or use him as a hub, and then you're doing the same thing with Towns, and it's allowing Brunson to play Bridges, a right wing three, off the inbound, can't get it to go. Beautiful play from the Knicks, though. Trae Young. Lob from half court to Krejci, who catches and finishes on the other side of the basket. Beautiful move from Krejci. Great pass from Trae Young. Under 5 to go. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson up top. Coming to his right. Gets it over to Towns. Towns. Pass fake. Pass fake. Driving to his right on Trae Young. Putting his head down. Attacking. Ball knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with the Knicks. And Karl-Anthony Towns is very upset. And they call the technical on Towns, who was yelling for the foul call. Towns was yelling for the foul call and then just went, I'm not going to do this. And the ref, once he did that, gave him the tech. And Mike Breen is still lambasting the officials. Just now saying you can't call a technical there. Towns is clearly frustrated, and he didn't say anything towards your way. He actually shut himself up, saying, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna keep playing basketball. And that's when you give him the tech. Mike Breen has not been kind to the officials here today. Brunson, beautiful inside pass to Bridges, who gets the layup to go. I thought he was going to miss it, but he got the layup to go. Beautiful cut from Mikal Bridges, who's been carving up Trae Young all night long, and that's all we've been asking for. Trae Young on the left wing, crosses over to his left, step back in the left corner, now driving it down. Flips it up at the basket, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Okongwu with the rebound, kicks it out to Hunter. A right wing three for Hunter, comes up short. Towns snatches that rebound. Yes, sir. And here comes Jalen Brunson. Brunson bringing it down against Daniels. 4 minutes to go. A little over 4 minutes to go. Brunson up top. Being guarded by Daniels. Daniels with the 5 fouls. They bring a double team to Brunson. Inside pass to Bridges. Bridges kicks it over to Towns. Ball knocked loose by Daniels. Daniels yet another steal. Here come the Hawks pushing the other way. Over to Trae Young. Right wing three in transition. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Daniels fighting for the rebound. Josh Hart knocks it away out of his hands. And Anunoby picks it up. Yes, sir. Josh said, not in my house. Give me that ball. Forgot to give Trae Young his technical free throw. So it's 103-112. 3:40 to go. Brunson has it up top. Dancing with it against Daniels. Coming to his right, Trae Young switches onto him. Now they're going to send a double team. Brunson picks his dribble up, gets it over to Towns. Towns on the right wing, faces up, puts it up over Okongwu. Off the back rim, way off. Karl-Anthony Towns has not had the shooting touch here today. You got to expect that that thumb or hand or wrist or whatever has been bothering him here tonight. Trae Young blows past Bridges, driving it down, goes in. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Okongwu had it, lost it, kicks it out to Daniels. They swing it around. Trae Young in the corner, pump fake, sidestep, crossing over on Towns, pulling it back, step back, pump fake, leans in. Trying to draw the foul, he doesn't get it. And a travel on Trae Young. He's looking silly and foolish out there, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He tried flopping his way to those 3 foul shots, and the ref didn't give it to him. And Karl-Anthony Towns did a great job in not allowing him to do that to him. Yes, sir. Move, slide them feet, Towns. Slide them feet. Love it. Love it. 3 minutes to go. And a technical foul. On Trae Young, I believe they said. Either way, Brunson's at the foul line. And Brunson misses the free throw. Come on, JB, we can't be missing free throws here. It's a 9-point game with 3 minutes to go. Come on, man. Asher said it's not over yet. Close it out. Absolutely. We got 3 minutes of basketball to go. Anything could happen in these 3 minutes. It's only 9. It's only 9. Bridges gets it into Brunson. Brunson bringing it down against Dyson Daniels. Daniels with the 5 fouls. Can't be too handsy against Brunson here. Brunson driving to his left. Euro stepping down the lane. Puts it up with the floater. Can't get it to go. Anunoby with the tip. Can't get the tip to go. Johnson secures the rebound. He's pushing the other way. Brunson backpedaling. Euro stepping down the lane. Goes up and he throws it down with 2 hands. No foul call. Dyson Daniels shaking his head. Saying, get the hell out of my way. Nobody happy with the officiating right now. Brunson's going to bring it down now. 2:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Daniels. Coming to his left. They show 2 defenders now. Brunson over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart down low to Anunoby, catches, pump fakes, and gets fouled by Trae Young before the shot attempt, foul on the floor. And we're going to have a timeout here so we can get a breather. We're going to get a breather, y'all. Ooh, boy, do we need a breather. I need a breather. Man, what a game, y'all. What a game. Such a great game. I'm enjoying myself. And enjoying myself a little bit more knowing that the Knicks got the lead. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? AB said, why is Jalen Brunson missing so many free throws? What is Jalen Brunson's free throw percentage this season? If it's under 80, I'll be upset. If it's under 80% JB, I'm going to be upset. This season, Jalen Brunson is shooting 83% from the foul line. He misses a lot, but he also gets there a lot. He's actually shooting like pretty much the exact same as he has throughout his entire career. 83. Free throw percentage. Last 10 games, 83.6. He does miss free throws, it feels like more often than he should, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. What is he shooting here today? Brunson today from the foul line is 6 for 9. So 3 missed free throws today is way too much. Way too many missed free throws today for JB. Relic said the officials ought to give themselves a technical. Feels like it. Feels like it. Yak said, nice feeling. Nice closing out a game, not chasing points. For sure. For sure. Relic said, good to hear Trae flailing. Come on. MBM said, we're looking like we want this one. We're looking like a team that wants to win a basketball game. Hattie said, let's lock them down and send them home. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to win this game, you're going to have to come up with some defensive stops. He said, yeah, every time I'm looking up, he's missing critical free throws. I feel it. I feel it too. I feel it too for sure. Let's do it. Let's get back into it. Anunoby's at the foul line for 2 free throws because the Knicks are in the bonus. It's foul on the floor, but Knicks in the bonus, so Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. Thank you, OG. Asher said, teams come back all the time. Down 7 with 3 minutes left. Absolutely. Got to close this one out. This game's not over yet. Game's not over yet, but it's nice to have a lead towards the end of the game. Got to hold on to it. OG goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Thank you for knocking down important free throws, OG. Trae Young up top gets it over to Okongwu. Okongwu tried to hand it off. Josh Hart pokes it away. He's diving on it. Can't get it. DeAndre Hunter picks it up. 8 seconds to go. He's bringing it down. Josh Hart hustling back on defense, driving it all the way down, and he gets a layup out of it. And Josh Hart's upset with his teammates. Like, somebody got to help me. I'm diving, running, full court sprinting all over the place, and nobody steps up to defend the basket. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Daniels. Brunson coming to his left. They bring a double team. Gets it over to Towns. Towns, inside pass to Josh Hart. Knocked away by Hunter. Josh Hart looking at the ref saying he's grabbing my jersey. You don't see that? Nobody is happy with the officials tonight, and I think for good reason. Like, even the commentary. Mike Breen never talks about the officiating, but he has lambasted the officials all night long. That's how you know it's bad. Brunson's got to get it in. They got 6 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into Bridges, being guarded by Trae Young. Gets to the mid-range, a pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Big-time shot from Mikal Bridges. I love it. I love it. Ball knocked loose, out of bounds. Good defense from the Knicks. 1:30 to go. Knicks with a 9-point lead. Trae Young's got to get it in. And knocked out of bounds by Bridges. Great defense from Bridges. A lot of discussion going on. Can we just inbound this ball, please? There we go. Trae Young gets it over to Okongwu. Back to Trae Young. Coming to his right. Bridges chasing him. Gets to the basket. Reverse layup. Can't get it to stay. Knocked out of bounds by Okongwu. Ball going back to the Knicks. Trae Young trying to get a little too fancy there. Instead of going up with a layup, thinking Mikal Bridges can still block this. Let me go with the reverse layup. Ends up blowing the layup. Now, Jalen Brunson bringing it down. The Knicks have a 9-point lead with 1:20 to go. Time is not on the Hawks' side. If the Knicks, and that's the 6th foul on Dyson Daniels. And Brunson waving up the 6 fingers to Dyson Daniels. Wave goodbye to him. Wave goodbye. Dyson Daniels trying to come up with the steal in the backcourt against Brunson as he's bringing it down. And that might be a little bit of the nail in the coffin. And he's getting real handsy down the court. Yeah, that's a lot of contact from Dyson Daniels. Astros celebration time. Yeah, I think this might be time to celebrate. 1:16 on the game clock. 1:16-107. Knicks with a 9-point lead. And Brunson's going to the foul line because they're in the bonus for the 2 free throws. Can give us a double-digit lead. Just knock down both of them, and I'll forgive you for the technical free throw miss. Knock down both of them, and I won't care. JB knocks down the first one. Thank you. El Tigre said, not yet, man. Oh, no. They want it. They want it, El Tigre. Come on. Come on. Have some confidence. They're not going to blow an 11-point lead in a minute. Not to this Hawks team without Dyson Daniels out there. Let me not get ahead of myself like Philly did. As Brunson misses a free throw, okay, now we can get on you, JB. Now we can get on you. Missed free throws is how teams come back. Trae Young driving to his right, being guarded by Anunoby. He's got nobody to get it to. Now he's going to keep it against Anunoby, dancing with it on the right wing. Driving to his right along the baseline, leaves it off for Okongwu. Gets stripped. Ball is going to remain with the Hawks. Asher said, if the Knicks can get to the second place in the East, it'll be a statement. Yes, it will. For sure it will. Absolutely. Trae Young hits Hunter Cunt to the basket, gets fouled by Josh Hart. He's going to send Hunter to the foul line for 2 free throws. Mike said, let's finish this and go get some drinks. Yeah, it's only 6 o'clock. Early, does it count as a matinee game if it started at 3? A little bit of an awkward start time. Usually they start these things at 12. 3 o'clock start time here today, and the Knicks showed up. Showed up when they needed to show up. DeAndre Hunter at the foul line knocks down the first one. Game's not over yet. Got a little bit under a minute to go. So Jennings said JB ain't 140. He didn't have to. He didn't have to. Everybody else helped hold him up here tonight. Hunter does miss the second one, though. Towns with the rebound. Here comes JB. And Anunoby looks exhausted. He looks exhausted, Anunoby. Brunson gets it up top to Hart. They show a double team back to Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges. Cutting across the lane, and Bridges throws the pass out of bounds. Tried to hit Anunoby, cut into the basket. Threw it behind him, though. 38 seconds to go. Trae Young bringing it down against Bridges. It's a 9-point game, 30 seconds. Trae Young coming to his right. He's got to just chuck it up. You need threes here, or you need an easy one. Trae Young down the lane, puts up the floater, gets it to go. Bridges gets it into Towns and gets fouled by Okongwu. And now we're at the point where we're going to play the foul game. We're going to start padding the stats. Let's bring up the box scores, y'all. This one's over. AB said, good, they survived. What a day today. Busy. Knicks are going to be able to pull this game out here today. Let's go through the box scores. Oh, they even got the final up. We're behind on the stream. We're behind. Can I do this? I can't do this. I can't show you guys that too much. But that's going to be it. Towns is going to knock down them 2 free throws. And that's where we're going to end it. DeAndre Hunter with 22 points off the bench. He was great. He was the only guy who scared me a little bit, but he had 0 rebounds and 1 assist. There's a reason why that guy's coming off the bench. He can give you buckets. He's not going to give you much else. He can also play some defense, but he's not going to give you much out of that. Not going to grab rebounds, not going to play make. When the ball hits my hands, I'm getting that shot up. Clint Capella had a great game off the bench, 12 points, 9 rebounds as the backup big today to Onyeka Okongwu, and he played very well. Onyeka Okongwu himself had a good game, 14 points, 9 boards. Overall, this was just 2 good teams going back and forth. For sure, Jalen Johnson had a fairly quiet night, only 11, 12, and 4. He's a guy who averages 20 and 10, and was only held to 11 today. Hats off to my guy, OG Anunoby, who locked down defensively against him. Trae Young, 27 points, but he was 8 for 22 from the field. Only made 2 shots inside the 3-point line. A lot of his shots came from the perimeter. He was 5 for 6 in the first half from 3. Only 6 for 12 in the second half. And he was also only held to 6 assists and 9 turnovers from Trae Young. Terrible game from Trae Young overall. Not a very good game at all. He was all over the place, which is also part of the reason why his team couldn't get on track, is he was so erratic with his play overall, and he ended up losing. Dyson Daniels was frustrated all night, got into foul trouble, ended up fouling out overall. 10 points, 3 assists, 4 boards, 3 steals, 3 turnovers, and of course the 6 fouls. Other than that, I mean, Bogdanovich gave him 1 point, 0 for 4 from 3. Didn't do much. Garrison Matthews played 12 minutes, gave him 2 points, didn't do much. Mikal Bridges, 26 points. And, the thing about the Mikal Bridges thing is the last 2 times they played Atlanta, everybody who has 2 eyes who watched the game was like, why aren't we playing through Mikal Bridges offensively if he's got Trae Young guarding him? Like, just give it to him and allow him to isolate? We like isolating. We like isolation plays, right? We're Jalen Brunson fans. We're Karl Anthony Towns fans. Give the ball to Mikal Bridges. Tell him to isolate against Trae Young. There's no way Trae Young can guard Mikal Bridges. Right? Think back to Mikal Bridges on Brooklyn. Let's say Mikal Bridges is on Brooklyn, and they're playing the Atlanta Hawks. They're putting Dyson Daniels on Mikal Bridges. They're not putting Trae Young on Mikal Bridges. They're trying to hide Trae Young on Mikal, and you can't do that. Mikal's too good, and I'm happy that the Knicks finally figured it out in the 3rd game. Well, let's just give the ball to Mikal. They're going to have to bring a double team. They're going to have to, And good things happen when Mikal Bridges had the ball in his hands. Great things happened when Mikal had the ball in his hands. He was 12 for 17 overall, 1 for 2 from 3. Didn't knock down a 3-point shot. 4 assists. Did have the 5 turnovers. 26 points for Mikal. 8 points for OG Anunoby, 9 boards, 2 assists. He was helping out on that glass, man. He was helping, big thing that I've harped on for OG Anunoby is that he hasn't really helped too much on the boards this season, especially if you're going to play the power forward position, you got to help on the boards. He had 9 big old rebounds tonight. Part of the reason why Karl Anthony Towns' rebounding tallies can get as high as they've gotten, he's averaging, 14 and a half boards, is because OG Anunoby's grabbing like 3 or 4 boards a night. So it's really just Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart snagging rebounds for the Knicks. And I'm happy that Anunoby got on the glass today. We needed it. Played 41 minutes, took 4 shots. Not a great offensive night for OG. He did his job, played good defense, grabbed some rebounds. He played tough and big down low. I think Anunoby had a very good game. Karl Anthony Towns, his first game back, 1 for 6 from 3. Didn't look great. Shooting the ball, 5 for 18 overall. He got no foul calls. The 2 free throws he shot were at the end of the game when they intentionally fouled him. Ended up with 13 points. But his first game back, also 7 assists and only 1 turnover and only 2 fouls for Towns. Solid game overall. Even though he didn't shoot it well, I thought he played well. Jalen Brunson, 12 for 18. He dominated for the most part, 3 for 5 from 3. He was just solid and steady all night long. And then at the end of the 3rd quarter, put the Superman cape on a little bit and knocked down tough mid-range shot after tough mid-range shot after tough mid-range shot to a tune of 34 points and 6 assists. 3 turnovers, a little high. But, when you're going up against Dyson Daniels, that's going to happen. Josh Hart with 14 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. He just does it every night. This is what Josh Hart does. I'm not surprised by it. Yes, we can quibble with some things that he doesn't do great, but if Josh Hart is on the floor, good things happen every single time, which is part of the reason why he's going to play a hell of a lot of minutes. And look, the Knicks played a lot of minutes tonight. 41 for Anunoby, 27 for not a lot of minutes for Bridges, only 27 for Mikal Bridges. 36 for Towns, 38 for Brunson, 37 for Josh Hart. I don't care. I don't mind any of those minutes totals, even though it's a lot. Maybe Anunoby we can take it down just a smidge, but I don't mind it at all. Because Precious played 17, Campaign played 12, McBride 20, Shame at 10. That's me. That's perfect minute distribution right there. I want that minute distribution the rest of the way. 17 minutes for Precious is fine. 20 minutes for McBride off the bench. Maybe we can get that up just a smidge, but I'm fine with 20 minutes off the bench for McBride. 12 minutes per Campaign is perfectly fine. He gave you exactly what he needed to give you. And then same for Shamet. All you need from Shamet is to just for him to give 10 minutes of rest to the starters. That's all you need from Shamet. That's all you're asking for. Just don't be such a net negative. Look, he was a 0. He was a 0 in the plus minus. You guys can't see the plus minus, but Shamet was a 0. So it wasn't, it's not crazy. It's not crazy that we're all complaining Tom Thibodeau is only playing 7 guys mainly. really just really just McBride and Achua overall in the second halves. No campaign, no shamming in the second halves of the last couple of games. We're not crazy for saying, Tom Thibodeau, you can't do that. That's not good management of the rotations, right? And the Knicks, he managed the rotations a lot better tonight, and they got a lot better results. Now, the bench did play better tonight. They did play well. But overall, it's like if you give the guys minutes, most likely they're going to get into a comfort of the game and perform well. So I'm happy the Knicks got a win. I'm happy they got some revenge against this Hawks team. This is the first night of a back-to-back situation. So we will be back tomorrow when the Knicks take on the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks play tomorrow. I believe it's normal start time. So just double check that. Tomorrow we play the Nets. Normal start time. Where's the start? The 7:30. 7:30 start time. It is, for some reason, a TNT game. So it's probably going to be a close game. Don't go into tomorrow thinking it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it will be. It's going to be a close game. Got to be ready for it. We can go around the league a little bit. Cavs beating the Suns down by 30. They're just taking out their OKC frustrations, man. Celtics playing the Warriors, just tipping off. Hornets beat the Mavs. Interesting loss for the Mavs. Look, we're not the only team that loses to teams that we shouldn't lose to. Hornets, who I think is a championship contending team when healthy. Obviously, they're playing without Luka, but they lost to the Hornets. There's no reason for a Mavs team with Kyrie, with Daniel Gafford, with Lively, with Grimes, with Thompson to lose to that Hornets team. No reason. And yet they lost. Sometimes you just lose games you shouldn't lose. Pistons beat the Rockets. Rockets are a great team. They actually have a better record than the Knicks, and yet they lost to the Pistons. So we can't be upset that the Knicks also lost to the Pistons. It happens. Grizzlies beat the Timberwolves in a close game, and of course, our Knicks beat the Hawks. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Kyrie's also hurt. Either way, whether Kyrie's in there or not, they should not lose to that game to one of the worst teams in the league, in the Charlotte Hornets. Anyway, but that's going to be it, y'all. I appreciate you guys for coming through on our night return. I know it's been a while. We haven't seen each other for a Knicks game since last Wednesday. We did do that Cleveland versus OKC game, but happy the Knicks got the win. Now let's build on it, please. The Knicks haven't had like a nice, strong winning streak since the Minnesota game. Or not the Minnesota game, excuse me. Since the 9-game winning streak, they haven't really had a win streak. So, can we have like, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be a 9-game winning streak. Can we have like a 4 or 5-game winning streak before we lose another game? Come on, y'all. We got to lock in here for the rest of January. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 games remaining. Go 3-1. Go 3-1. We need it. Excluding tonight. So technically go 4 for 5. Or go 4-1. Go 4-1. Go 4-1 the remaining of the month. So I appreciate everybody for coming out. Remember, get a good night's sleep. Stay hydrated. And enjoy the rest of your day. We got some time, y'all. I appreciate you. AP, Mike, Relic, Lionel, K. Hazy, Relic. I said you twice. Mark, Chris Rowe, Ronnie Saunders, Nick Yak. Appreciate everybody. Mr. Sports, El Tigre, MBM. My guy El Tigre with a very generous super chat here today. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. See y'all tomorrow, 7:30 when the Knicks take on the Nets. And with that being said, let's go ahead and go back to the full screen. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out, y'all. Bye.